Cars roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
This is Sports Center.
I'm Kevin Winter. News revolving out of college football this afternoon. According to ESPN, Pete Thamel, Chip Kelly expected to leave UCLA as their head coach. Going to become the next offensive coordinator at Ohio State. Remember, Ryan Day had given up play calling duties, and his handpicked successor was Bill O'Brien, the former Patriots offensive coordinator. But all indications are that O'Brien is going to become the new head coach at Boston College, which left the vacancy at Ohio State. Enter Chip Kelly. Former Mets general manager Billy Epler has been suspended by Major League Baseball through this year's World Series by Commissioner Rob Manfred for misuse of the injured list. The conclusion was Epler instructed the Mets to lie about injuries in order to create open roster spots for the 2022-2023 seasons. Two-time American League Cy Young Award winner Corey Kluber has announced his retirement after 13 years on the job. Waste Management Phoenix Open, TPC Scottsdale, the stadium course, round 2. Better playing conditions today. Nick Taylor, 10 under par, has a 1-shot lead over Andrew Novak. NBA tonight, light schedule. Just 6 games on the docket, including the Celtics and the Wizards in Boston.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Kennedy. Coming up Monday, I'll give you my biggest takeaways from Super Bowl 58. It's unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
Let's ride.
And off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Shaq O'Neal, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neal.
They're chanting Paul O'Neal's name.
Yes, sir. And Mr. Toby Tom Blake. All right, we're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there and make it a good one. Huge break for LSU in 2024. The Saints have their quarterbacks coach Theriot next hour, but let us begin as we do every single day.
It's time to pop the top on another edition of AFR with Bud Light. Drink easy.
It is not every day, it is a rare case ever here that we would open a show with news impacting UCLA and Ohio State. Dare I say, this has never happened ever. But Bruce Feldman and others reporting that UCLA's Chip Kelly is expected to become the new offensive coordinator at Ohio State. He notes that Ryan Day, the Ohio State coach, played for Chip Kelly at New Hampshire, later coached with him at 3 stops, including both stops in the NFL. Ryan Day was on Chip Kelly's staff, both with the Eagles and the 49ers. So the two of them have a long history. It's worth noting that Ohio State had hired Bill O'Brien to be their offensive coordinator. He is now leaving to be the head coach at Boston College. And so Chip Kelly will now be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. Again, UCLA, Ohio State, that news doesn't really resonate here, but because UCLA is on LSU's 2024 schedule, this is massive news for LSU. It is a huge break in an arduous schedule. Every year when we get into predictions in the preseason, I always look at two things. Who has the fewest amount of questions against the most manageable schedule? That's what I always look at. Who has the fewest questions against the most manageable schedule? Well, LSU's got a lot of questions on the defensive side, and honestly, replacing the Heisman winner and 2 first-round picks at receiver is a pretty big question as well, but I think they got enough talent there. The schedule, though, is brutal. And when you draw 2 Big Ten teams in the non-conference, USC, UCLA, Big Ten teams. Weird to say, I get it. South Alabama, a good mid-major team. Ole Miss is going to be a top 10 team. You got Bama. Oklahoma rotates on. You get it. You got to go to South Carolina. You get it. Tough schedule. Any place that I can look at that schedule and say, okay, where do you catch a break? I'm for it. And UCLA coming to Baton Rouge in week 4 now becomes an immeasurably more winnable game. Not that it wasn't winnable. I think LSU is going to be favored anyway. But that game now, and what is likely to happen at UCLA, becomes exponentially easier. Follow me here. UCLA's roster was already going to take a pretty big hit. Earlier this week, we talked about Bill Conley's SP Plus rankings, where they do the returning production thing. So he goes through and looks at who has what returning for next year. UCLA is 95th in the country in returning production at 51%, okay? That was before the Chip Kelly news. And we all know what happens now when a head coach leaves. When a head coach leaves a program, say it with me, that program opens a 30-day portal window. So all UCLA players now have the opportunity to leave in a 30-day portal window. So UCLA was already 95th in returning production at 51%. When you look at who they lost, if you looked at players with a draftable grade, there are 9 UCLA players from this year's team who are in the draft that have a draftable grade, including their defensive end Latu, who's a projected first-round pick. They already lost 10 players via the transfer portal, including quarterback Dante Moore. Now, on top of that, you have this new portal window. And oh, by the way, you're replacing Chip Kelly, who is widely considered one of the best offensive minds and play callers. And just look at what he was able to do at UCLA. While he was 35-34 during 6 seasons, he finished that tenure with 3 consecutive winning seasons after building there at UCLA. So you lose a great coach, you lose a ton of talent. Now you're going to get decimated even more by the transfer portal, one would assume. If you're wondering who you might want to watch, Michael Sturdivant was their best wide receiver this year. He toyed with the idea of leaving, but announced mid-January that he was returning to Westwood. Well, I would assume that's probably a guy you think would potentially be a candidate to jump into the portal. So look at how LSU's schedule shapes up now. Whenever you take into account the Chip Kelly news. You open up against USC at a neutral site. Short week, you're home against Nicholls. Week 3, you're at South Carolina. If you can beat USC, you get a breather against Nicholls, and you got to go to Columbia without Spencer Rattler. Then you come home in what looks like a really tough spot with UCLA, but now that game looks infinitely easier. You win that one, you're home against South Alabama, who, by the way, not sure if you noticed, South Alabama, good group of 5 team, their head coach left, Kane Womack. He left to go be Alabama's defensive coordinator. Then you get an open date before you play Ole Miss. So if you can beat USC, you get a breather against Nicholls before you got to go on the road to South Carolina. Then you're home back-to-back weeks against schools with new head coaches, UCLA, South Alabama. Then you get an open date before you host Ole Miss. Then you're on the road against Arkansas, who I think is going to stink this year. Another road game against Texas A&M, new head coach. Open date, Alabama at home. Then you go on the road at Florida. I'm not saying that's ever going to be easy, but I don't even know if Billy Napier is going to be the coach by the time you get to November 16th. You're home against Vanderbilt, home against Oklahoma to finish. When you take the 10,000-foot view of LSU's schedule, it looks daunting. The more you zoom in, it actually becomes more manageable. And today's news with Chip Kelly leaving UCLA to be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State is incredibly beneficial for LSU. I don't know how you could look at it any other way. The fact that you're now going to catch UCLA in the first month of the season with already 95th in the country already in returning production. You would expect that's going to drop now after this 30-day portal window opens. And that whoever they hire, it's unlikely is going to be as good as Chip Kelly. And certainly you're not going to have the establishment of a guy that's been there for 6 years. So, man, I understand that looking at coaching high, like a guy leaving UCLA for Ohio State may on its surface not appear like a big deal. But when I look at LSU, especially in that first month, especially a program that hasn't won a season opener in 4 years, like a team that needs to get off to a good start, and in that first month you have 2 games against Power 5 opponents, and you just told me one of those now is going to feel more like a breather at home, I'm for it. Very much so. Chip Kelly leaving UCLA to be the offensive coordinator at Ohio State. I know Thamel and some of them are going to start to peg this again, like all the coaches that are leaving head coaching opportunities because they're tired of portal and NIL. This doesn't feel like that at all. Chip Kelly was aching to get out of UCLA. He was interviewing for NFL OC jobs. Like, he just was aching to get away from Westwood. I think he knew he had made his run there. They lost a ton of talent this year. Tough schedule going into the Big Ten. He was looking to hit the eject button. He did, and it's going to be to LSU's benefit. All right. It's After Further Review. Show open every day, brought to you by Bud Light. Drink easy in Louisiana with the great taste of Bud Light, an official partner of Super Bowl 58. So when you're watching the Chiefs and the Niners this weekend, kicking back, enjoying the Super Bowl, grab an ice-cold Bud Light. Of course, love telling you about our friends at Mockler Beverage in Baton Rouge. They're also sponsoring a safe ride program this weekend. You got Parade Saturday, and you got the Super Bowl on Sunday. Do not drink and drive. Go to the Mockler Beverage social media platforms, and you'll see the code for the Safe Ride program. They'll pick up the tab for your Uber, for your ride on Saturday for the parades, Sunday for the Super Bowl. So make sure you're following Mockler Beverage on social media and arrive safely for Parade Saturday and on Super Bowl Sunday. And, of course, drink easy with a great taste of Bud Light. Okay, let me knock out a quick break. The Saints are also making – we got a ton to do. Theriot's here next hour. We're going to talk a lot of LSU baseball today. Jay Johnson met with reporters earlier today. Theriot, when he's here, will do the preview of the infield and the outfield. Got to talk a little bit about the LSU women getting a win last night against Vanderbilt. The Pels are back on the floor tonight against the Lakers. So we got a ton to do today. I mean, we are jam-packed, chock full. We'll give you our Super Bowl predictions and all that stuff before we get out of here as well. But when we come back, Saints have lost another assistant, but they've hired their quarterbacks coach. We'll tell you who it is and a little bit about it next here on AFR.
AFR.
Get Gordon and get it done. Gordon McKernan, injury attorneys. Congrats to the LSU women's basketball team on their win last night at Vanderbilt. A couple of members of the G team were big parts of that. Anissa Morrow had a double-double for the Tigers. Michaela Williams, MK Williams, had a really nice night as well on the road against Vanderbilt. So always salute and shine a light on members of the G team and the great work that they're doing both on the field, the court, the diamond, and off. Of course, when you're talking about the court and the courtroom, if you've been injured in an accident, don't go it alone. Trust the attorney and the group that injured people in our state have trusted for more than 3 decades. Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Go to getgordon.com. Getgordon.com. You know that by now. Getgordon.com or call the 888-8888 anywhere in Louisiana. They got offices all over the state. 888-8888. So no matter your area code, just dial 888-8888 or go to getgordon.com. That's getgordon.com. You know what to do. Get Gordon and get it done.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
We literally could choose from one of 5 guys, and I don't think that's an exaggeration, and that's a good thing. And so we'll see how the next 2 days go, and then from that point, I don't think anybody that would throw Sunday would start on Friday. So I think it'll probably be decided over the next couple days.
As Jay Johnson met with reporters on Friday, was answering a question about who could start on Friday night for LSU, so they could choose among 5 guys. Nah. I think we're all assuming it's going to be Thatcher Hurd. I think the safe bet is Hurd, Holman, Jump will be your weekend rotation. If it stays that way, we'll see. They do like Cade Anderson, the freshman from the North Shore, who I think is going to be the midweek guy to start the season. He's probably the 5th guy I would assume is Cam Johnson. You bring in a guy that's 6'4" lefty throwing 100, who a lot of people thought was going to be a top 10 pick. I could get it. But that opening weekend, I think it's safe to say you're going to rely on you're going to give the ball to start to the guys who have been there, who you trust, who have earned the first opportunity. Doesn't mean they'll keep it, but they've earned the first opportunity. So that's probably the way they'll go this weekend. But we'll talk plenty about LSU baseball, not only today when Theriot's here, but all of next week leading up to the opener. A week from now, LSU probably be somewhere in the middle 3. So with VMI coming in. So LSU baseball, we are 1 week away. A ton of baseball to talk about with Theriot here in the next hour. All right, we're glad you have you aboard with us. Saints lost a staff member, gained another staff member. We'll get to that here in a second. Brought to you by Pure Restoration, pure-restoration.com. Scone, what's the mold thing you talk about? It's Pure Restoration. Well, we've had a lot of rain. Look, Louisiana, in particular the southern part of our state, it's the mold capital of the world. It's wet and it's humid. Breeding ground for mold. If you got mold, Pure Restoration can knock it out. Patented, non-toxic dry fog. It's so easy. They come in, they spray, the fog's in there, it dwells. As soon as it dissipates, you're back in free and clear. No cutting sheetrock, no throwing away furniture, no pulling up carpet. It's easy. It's safe for your family. It's safe for your pets. It's safe for your plants. It's not going to disrupt your life. It's just going to get rid of the mold and the odor and all the other harmful pathogens. It's Pure Restoration. Pure-restoration.com. Pure-restoration.com. Or just email me and do what a lot of people do. Scone, what's the mold thing you always talk about? Pure Restoration. So there's a little bit more movement on the Saints coaching staff. Rod Walker over at NOLA.com tweeted that Saints offensive assistant DJ Williams is accepting the job as assistant quarterbacks coach for the Falcons. Williams, as he notes, is the son of Doug Williams. He played at Grambling and has been in coaching for some time now, and is done pretty well. But Raheem Morris is bringing him in there. Williams has been with the Saints since 2017 and also was one of the coaches for the Senior Bowl a year ago in 2013. Remember, that's where Jake Haener was at the Senior Bowl. So Jake Haener played at the Senior Bowl. The Saints ended up drafting Jake Haener. So in DJ Williams, Haener's losing kind of a pretty big ally here, or an advocate in any way. So DJ Williams leaving the Saints to go to the Falcons. And as we've talked about, you've got Clint Kubiak coming in, and he should have autonomy like any coach could or should to hire their staff. Who do you want to bring in? Now, according to this report, the Saints tried to retain DJ Williams, but in a different capacity. Not that different from Ronald Curry. Ronald Curry was your quarterback's coach. He interviewed for OC. He wanted to advance. They hired Clint Kubiak. Curry, they offered him to stay on as receivers coach. He said, I'm good. Went to Buffalo to be quarterback's coach. It's about advancement. So maybe for DJ Williams, this is how he sees himself advancing, is going to Atlanta. What we do know now is who is replacing Ronald Curry as the quarterback's coach. Jeremy Fowler over at ESPN had it first. Saints hiring Andrew Janocko as the quarterback's coach. Janocko, he notes, has worked closely with Kirk Cousins and Justin Fields. Now set to coach Derek Carr. So a quick thumbnail here on Andrew Janocko. He's young, like Clint Kubiak. Kubiak's 36. Andrew Janocko's 35. And again, I'm sure I'm probably coming across to some as an ageist, but I promise you that's not the point. It's the thing I've said for years. It's my native language theory. It's that you talk to these young coaches that all they've ever done in their life is 7-on-7 culture, RPO, everything out of shotgun. They don't know football in a traditional under center, dot the I, drop, 3, 5, 7-step drop. It's different. They speak a different language. They speak this language natively. It's like you could be 60 years old and you're struggling to navigate an iPhone, but your 6-year-old grandchild looks like they invented the device. I have a special needs child who's 9. He can navigate an iPhone better than I can. It's incredible. Like, when it's what has been put in your hand from the moment you were born, you just natively understand things. It's like these guys with offense. So what you've done is you had a very old, established, veteran coaching staff on the offensive side, where you had Sean Payton and Pete Carmichael and Doug Marrone. You had a lot of old guard coaches here. They're gone. And you're getting much younger at the top. Okay, it's different. Generally, with any coaching hire, you try to go opposite of the thing you were doing. If what you were doing wasn't working such that it necessitated firing coaches, naturally, you do something different. So they're getting younger. So Kubiak, 36 years old. Andrew Janocko, 35 years old. He was a college quarterback at Pitt and started his college career as a GA at Rutgers. His coaching career as a GA at Rutgers. Spent a couple of years in Tampa in 12 and 13, and then to the high school ranks, and then went to actually Mercyhurst. I assume that's a high school. I don't know. And then got into the NFL with the Vikings in 2015. And from 2015 to 2021, he held a variety of roles with the Minnesota Vikings. Quality control, assistant offensive line coach, a co-offensive line coach, wide receivers coach, and then ultimately quarterbacks coach. So he held a variety of different roles over parts of 7 seasons, and then the last 2 years, he was in Chicago as the quarterbacks coach with the Bears. Now, here's the connective tissue, because coaching is incestuous, and guys always end up hiring guys they work with, know, etc. In 2018, with the Vikings, Janocko was the assistant offensive line coach behind Vikings offensive line coach Clancy Barone. Clancy Barone is current Saints tight ends coach Clancy Barone. So you've got a connection there. And, of course, Clint Kubiak was in Minnesota with the Vikings as well from 2019 to 2021. So those 3 years, Kubiak and Janocko overlapped. When Kubiak was promoted to offensive coordinator, Janocko took Kubiak's spot as quarterbacks coach. Kubiak was quarterbacks coach, got promoted to OC. Janocko went from offensive line coach to quarterbacks coach. From receivers coach to quarterbacks coach. So he's working with Justin Jefferson as well, by the way. So, yeah, man, like, it makes a lot of sense. These dudes have worked together. They've worked on staff together in a variety of different roles. They've come up together. They're basically the same age. And again, it's like twins. Twins speak their own language. You ever been around twins, like when they're babies? They babble and it's like they understand each other. That's these guys. So, yeah, I'm not about keeping things status quo, especially when your offense wasn't very good. Give me synergy on staff with guys that know each other, that have a shared vision, shared path, and can advance this offense, because Lord knows you need it right now. For what it's worth, Andrew Janocko went and dug this up today. When he was promoted to quarterbacks coach in Minnesota, again, he had been offensive line coach, then receivers coach. When he got promoted to quarterbacks coach, he did an interview with the Vikings media, the Vikings website, and there's a couple of things he talked about that I found interesting. Here was Janocko talking about coaching his quarterbacks and wanting them to be in sync with their receivers.
Well, I think it's the familiarity with the position, but also the familiarity with the person and understanding, what they like to do with their releases and expecting them to be in a certain window so you're on time with your progression, but understanding how they're put together and how they get to that spot. I think that'll be beneficial going forward, where we can use some of those advantages of bringing even more familiarity to that room.
Keep in mind, he was the receivers coach during Justin Jefferson's rookie season, you had Jefferson and Thielen, and then moved into the quarterback's coach role, and we continue to see those two flourish. So that's very encouraging. One more from Janocko. This was him talking about kind of like what his role is in Gary Kubiak's office. Remember, this was in Minnesota in 2021 when Kubiak was promoted to OC and Janocko was his quarterback's coach. So this is him kind of talking about his role there.
The way Coach Koo's planned it and the way Clint's approaching it now, everything's tied in together and everything has to make sense together. So, the run game, the pass game, the protections, and having that all on your play on every play, it puts into perspective how cool it is to play quarterback, and then, just bringing that into light with working in that room has been fun so far.
You sincerely hope that this is the tandem that's able to maximize Derek Carr. I mean, that's the idea here. Maximize Derek Carr and the relationship with receivers. You got a young, talented receiver in Chris Olave. You got a young, talented receiver in Rashid Shaheed. A.T. Perry is another young, talented receiver who got some run in this season due to injury that you hope has a really long runway and a high ceiling, and we'll see what they do in the draft. But it's a new day. Look, our buddy Jeff Nowak tweeted this a bit ago. The only offensive coaches from 2023 remaining on the Saints staff, Clancy Barone, who, as we just mentioned, was the offensive line coach in Minnesota when Janocko was the co-offensive line coach in 2018, so there's a connection there. And aside from that, it's Jari Evans, who's the assistant offensive line coach, and then two offensive assistants, Kevin Petrie and Jordan Traylor. That's it. You have four offensive assistants back. So it's a new day. And it needs to be. So you can try to sell me all you want about how much the Saints improved at the end of the season, in the final month of the season offensively. But clearly that wasn't enough to say, yeah, we're moving in the right direction, keep the status quo, because I think we're getting there. Like, actions speak louder than words. And these actions tell you, man, they needed to move on. They needed to improve everywhere, across the board. They're certainly starting with the staff. Okay, it's After Further Review. We're glad you're with us. Our Friday shows, love telling you about First South Farm Credit, firstsouthland.com. That's firstsouthland.com. If you're looking to buy land, your first call should be to First South Farm Credit. Your first option for agriculture, First South Farm Credit. If you want ag equipment, they can help you finance that as well. First South Farm Credit. Since 1916. They've been helping Louisianians buy land. It's that simple. It's First South Farm Credit. Your first call should be First South Farm Credit. Go to the website, firstsouthland.com. Ben McDonald did it, firstsouthland.com. And literally thousands upon thousands of Louisianians have done that since 1916. You want that recreational property? You want that land to build your dream home? You need that land, thousands of acres for agriculture? First South Farm Credit can help you. Firstsouthland.com. That's firstsouthland.com. All right, it's After Further Review. Super Bowl Sunday, of course. T-Bob and I will be over at Don Juan. Looking forward to that. If you don't have plans for Super Bowl Sunday, or if you do, change them. Come hang out with us. We'll be doing a companion show from Don Juan. Loosen the collar. It'll be a lot of fun. It's just a companion broadcast. We're just watching the game and talking, all hanging out, talking during the game. So come hang out with us at Don Juan in Town Center. If you can't be there with us, pull us up on Facebook or YouTube. Watch along with us over at Don Juan Cigar Bar in Town Center, right across from the Whole Foods. All right, let me knock out a break. We'll go around the SEC when we come back. Got some reaction to the NFL honors from last night as well. It's coming up in about 15 minutes from right now. Theriot in 30 minutes, tons of LSU baseball to talk about with opening day 1 week away. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by Darren James and Associates, brokered by LPT Realty. If you are thinking about selling your home, your first call should be to Darren James. It'll be your only call. Because Darren James, the way he works, I guarantee you this. One phone conversation with Darren James, and you will understand what I have talked about for years, about how he will outwork everyone, about how that dude is just wired differently. You wonder how a guy ends up number 54 in the country on the Wall Street Journal's Real Trends list of the top 1% of realtors in America. Have one phone conversation with Darren James, and you'll understand. Call him. I'll give you a cell number, 335-7666. That's Darren's cell. 335-7666. 335-7666. Call him. Text him. I guarantee he'll answer. If you need results, you need Darren James & Associates, brokered by LPT Realty. Agent225.com.
Think real estate. Think Darren James.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 Black Widow trucks, $20,000 off new Ram 1500 trucks, and all new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Join MMR and ignite your career today. MMR is the largest electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, and they're seeking talented individuals to join their team. For over 3 decades, they've been headquartered right here in Baton Rouge, and they have offices all around the globe.
And MMR offers a tailored path for both professional and personal development, outstanding benefits, and a dynamic culture. So whether you're an intern, a seasoned pro, or you're just starting out, see what MMR can offer you. Apply at mmrgrp.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
Was a humid day, barefoot children play, looking for that summer shade, time just slips away. Oh, Louisiana, some kind of hold on me, like cypress stumps, your roots are planted deep inside of me.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
We'll go around the SEC in just a quick second. Speaking of the SEC, it was Money Day on Thursday. Every year around this time, the SEC announces their annual revenue distribution. And I only bring this up. I always, I don't hesitate, but I don't want to get too bogged down because I don't know how much you, the fan, actually really cares about the business of sports. I love it. I think it's fascinating. I think, obviously, there are the haves and the have-nots. And if you have money, you can win. If you don't, you can't. And I think all you care about as a fan generally is, does my school have money? And if you're an LSU fan, you're part of the haves. But sometimes it's interesting maybe to see why and how that comes about, which is why we do this. Anyway, so just real quick, the SEC announced $741 million of revenue divided among the 14 universities. Keep in mind, they take that $741 million and divide it 15 ways. 14 shares for the member institutions and 1 share for the league office. That came out this year to be $51.3 million. which was up from a year ago. The total number was up about $19.2 million. And you know how whenever we talk about adding schools, this is probably the thing that maybe matters the most. You know, when we talk about like adding schools, I always say, like, if you add a school, they have to grow the pie big enough to where everybody's slice gets bigger, right? Well, think of it this way. So with 14 member institutions last year, from year to year, the total pot grew by $19.2 million, okay? So that's a little over $1 million more per school. Well, if you add 2 more schools, you get less money than you did the year before. Does that make sense? Even with the $19.2 million. Like, take $741 million. Hey, Siri, what's $741 million divided by 17? That's $43.5 million. So keep in mind, with the revenue that the SEC raised this year, with the revenue the SEC generated this year, if the SEC doesn't generate more revenue next year, with Oklahoma and Texas in, everybody gets $43 million instead of $51 million. You get $8 million less. Do you understand? So the point being, adding more schools has to grow the pot. So what the SEC is banking on, obviously, is adding Texas and Oklahoma is going to grow the pot so substantially that everybody's going to get more money. So in any event, from year to year, the revenue distribution did go up $51.3 million per school this year for the Southeastern Conference. All right, it's after further review. Hey, Muse, real quick, tell me what's on Musso at the Box today. I was looking at the subscriptions, and we're close to 1,000. For those that aren't following along, Musso does a daily LSU baseball podcast called Musso at the Box. One initiative this year is we introduced a video element to it, so you can go to the Musso at the Box YouTube channel and subscribe there if you'd rather watch than listen. I would encourage everybody just to go subscribe up to the YouTube channel either way. A lot of work goes into doing all this, so just candidly, we have to get to 1,000 subscribers and 4,000.
Yeah, 4,000 watch hours over 12 months.
4,000 watch hours, which we should get there really quickly. So in about a week, we're already at 618 subscribers. So I would love it if by the end of the show today, we add the additional 382 subscribers. I think that's totally doable. So even if you hate me, if you love Musso, or maybe you just feel bad for him because I make weed jokes about him all the time.
All the time.
Hey, back off. Go to YouTube and subscribe up to Musso at the Box. Just hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell so you're notified when a video goes live. What's up today?
Yeah, man, look, we're churning out content because, I mean, they're defending a national championship, and we're a week away. So today we kind of completed our Who's New type thing. It was a whole Meet the Freshmen. Had a lot of content on Cam Johnson, Jake Brown, who should figure in big. Talked a good bit about who you mentioned earlier, Cade Anderson. Well, we went through each player. It was a smaller recruiting class, so we could kind of do that and get it within 30 minutes. So go check that out. And then doing a series on YouTube Shorts as well for the top 10 most important players on the team this year for them to return to Omaha in the College World Series.
Okay, look, you have your backdrop now, and you're welcome, by the way. By the way, shout out to Chuck Bro, actually. Chuck Bro, great artist, did that awesome collage of the national champions. He was very nice enough to gift one to the show, and I said, Moose, put it behind you. But Musso, you got to level that thing off.
Well, okay, look,
That's pitiful.
Hold on. I figured out a couple things with it. I think part of it is also the camera. It's not wide enough to get it all in, so it's kind of cut off a little bit.
It's not. I'm looking at the shot.
Well, I know. Well, I also did go back in there and move it around a little bit today as well. It was hung in haste a little bit yesterday. Me and Bo Wegman just kind of throwing that thing up there, wanted it up there, and had to get the episode out. But it should be better.
That's a terrible excuse
for Monday.
I mean, it literally takes a millisecond just to go.
Well, I know. So
I don't have time to talk about this.
We're
going to be late. My only point is, everyone go subscribe to Musso at the Box on YouTube or on your favorite podcast app.
Both.
I would love it if we get over 1,000 subs. What Muse?
I would love that too.
Can I shave your head?
No. I don't
let
care.
Theriot shave my head.
Yeah.
That's how it was. We got the AFR channel over like 2000.
You didn't have a lot of hair left.
It doesn't matter.
Yes,
Yours
it
will grow.
does.
So all the more reason yours will go back.
No, I'm not shaving my head. I'll do things, but I'm not shaving my head. We can come up with something. I'm not shaving my
No
head.
commitment. You know what? Don't go follow Muso's
No
page.
commitment. I let you send me on a date to an Aqua concert.
Let me send you.
I agreed to do it.
Come on. You know you had a blast and you were dying to go.
It was better than I thought it was going to be. The Aqua concert, that is.
And the truth show.
What?
Oh, it sounds like we might need a little intervention over there.
Well, no, I never thought the date was going to be bad. That's what I meant. I just thought the concert was going to be.
I thought what you were saying was the concert was good, but the date was bad.
No.
Paulie, is that what you interpreted over there? Look at him grinning.
That's what I got from that comment.
Of course, that's what you got, Paul.
That's what I thought you said.
Not what I meant.
I kind of sounded like it.
Wasn't the purpose.
Okay, let's go around the SEC.
Around the SEC, bringing you the biggest news from the nation's best conference, the Georgia Bulldogs.
All right, we are short on time, so let's get this quickly. Really big get for a program that doesn't really need it. But former Stanford star Benjamin Urasek, one of the top tight ends in the transfer portal, he's committed to Georgia for 2024. He led Stanford in receiving back in 2021. Only played in 6 games last year due to injury, but he has been a really productive tight end. Actually thought about going pro after the 21 season. Brock Bowers going to the NFL. Urasek is the guy that likely fills that void. Remember, Georgia also has Oscar Delp still on the roster. Let's run through the SEC basketball slate for Saturday. It's a pretty good one, as you'd imagine. LSU is in the early window there at 11 a.m. Central on ESPN, so they'll follow College Game Day. But Alabama at LSU at 11 a.m. At noon on the SEC Network. South Carolina, now ranked 15th in the country. They'll host Vanderbilt. An afternoon tilt, Auburn is at Florida. Auburn, how do they respond after a really emotional win at home against Bama? Now they got to go on the road to the O'Connell Center. It'll never be Zacatec Arena. It'll always be the O'Connell Center. Gonzaga at Kentucky on CBS at 3 o'clock. Not a great Gonzaga team this year, and a Kentucky team that doesn't want to play defense. Take the over. Georgia is at Arkansas in a pillow fight. Texas A&M hosts 6th-ranked Tennessee, and just because the schedule says they have to, Missouri will host Mississippi State. All right, there you have it. That is around the SEC. We are presented each and every day by our friends over at DraftKings. Remember, Super Bowl 58 time, y'all. If you're going to play, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. If you're a new customer, download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. Make a $5 bet on Super Bowl 58. Y'all, do not miss this opportunity. Make a $5 bet on Super Bowl 58. They'll give you $200 instantly in bonus bets for new customers at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Maybe you've used other sportsbook apps. Why not take advantage of this? It's free money to play with. It's house money. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. Remember, if you're an existing customer, everyone can take advantage of a no-sweat, same-game parlay for Super Bowl 58. Got a full slate of college basketball on Saturday. The Otter already gave a ton of picks. We'll run through some of those. If you're going to play, bet on anything. Money line, parlays, spread, total, all of it. You do it at the DraftKings Sportsbook. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use the promo code Baton Rouge. DraftKings, the crown is yours. 21 plus, physically present in Louisiana. Select parishes only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. Eligibility and deposit restrictions apply. Terms at sportsbook.draftkings.com/football terms. Licensing partner Golden Nugget Lake Charles. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 1-800-426-2537. All right, Muse, do we pick up any more subs? Oh, we're at 671.
That's a good jump there.
I don't remember what we were
618. That's a good jump.
We were at 618.
That's a good jump right there, man.
You know what? I forbid anyone from subscribing to Muso at the Box after what you just said.
What did I say?
I forbid. I'm just trying to make them defy me.
Oh.
Because they will.
Yeah, everybody defy Matt.
Of course they will.
I thought, I was like, I didn't say anything. But yeah, go subscribe.
Muso at the Box. Or on podcast.
Yeah, both.
Or
subscribe to both.
Yeah, do both. That'd be great. Should I tell them that as the program director, I get bonuses based on like revenue and benchmarks we hit? So really, I'm excited about everybody going to subscribe.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
We want them to be mad at you and go do it out of
But
spite.
Muso will make money too.
Yeah, it's true. I will.
Muso will make money.
It's true.
Like, I'm not making any money specifically from this, am I?
No.
I just need the station to do well. and I want Muso to do well.
It's 5 years in the making here. This is the 5th year I've done the pod. So
Wow.
yeah, man.
If only you had listened to me 5 years ago, you could have started a YouTube channel long ago.
Were we even doing YouTube to this level at 5 years ago?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Time flies.
Maybe not at this level.
Well, I don't know.
But the studio was open.
Oh, for sure.
Studio opened in 17. It's been 7 years. Oh, I got to go. It's AFR.
AFR.
Okay, Super Bowl Sunday, y'all. Super Bowl Sunday. If you need a place to watch, go to Pluckers. Award-winning jumbo chicken wings, ice-cold draft beer, full-service bar. What more in the world could you possibly want? Super Bowl 58, spectacular high definition. The Bluebonnet location, they've got their 13 by 18 wall. That's 13 foot by 8 foot wall. What more could you want? Pluckers. Also, if you're going to be having a game watch at home, remember, order your Pluckers now. You can call now, either location, and you can put your order in for Sunday. Tell them what you want and what time you want to pick it up. They'll have it ready at that time. What you don't want to do is wait until Super Bowl Sunday at 4 o'clock and go, hey, the game starts in 90 minutes. I'll call Pluckers. It's probably not going to go great for you. So get your order in early at Pluckers. Nicholson, Bluebonnet, dine-in, carry-out, or delivery. Remember, it's Pluckers. And at Pluckers, if you don't like our wings, we'll give you the Barrett.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like Vans customized.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
NFL honors last night. Lamar Jackson is the NFL MVP. He was one vote shy of a unanimous selection, as many of you have heard by now. He got 49 of the 50 first-place votes. The lone dissenter went to Josh Allen. A lot of people are pissed off about this guy, and apparently it's one of those things where Tom Brady and Lamar Jackson are the only two players ever to win the NFL MVP unanimously. Lamar Jackson did it when he won it back in 2022. 2019. And Tom Brady won it unanimously. Well, no one had been a two-time unanimous MVP, so a lot of people looking at it thinking, well, it's kind of like the Major League Baseball thing where no one had ever been unanimously selected. Like if Babe Ruth wasn't unanimous, then nobody would be. So these voters took it on themselves to not vote unanimously. I don't know if that's what the guy did who voted for Josh Allen. I don't really care. A lot of people are up in arms about it. Like, I put it to you this way. Like, Muse, you watch a good amount of sports. Yeah, it's not a trick question. Like, it's fair to say. Okay, you watch a lot of sports. Who won the MVP last year?
God, who did win the MVP last year?
That Mahomes. But this is my Who won it the year before?
I don't know.
Aaron Rodgers. But this is my point.
Oh, yeah, and then he won it the year before that.
Yes, he went back to back. Who won it the year before that?
2020? That would be 2020 we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
Was that Brady?
No, 2020 was Rodgers.
Oh, so 2019 would have been Lamar Jackson.
Lamar. Yeah, then who won it the year before that?
18 Brady.
No,
Brady.
Mahomes.
No? Oh, Mahomes.
This is my point.
Oh, yeah.
This is my point. Like,
he beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl. Yeah, okay.
It don't matter. He beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl in 2020. Yeah. 18 was the year the Saints should have been in the Super Bowl,
but it was
Brady beat Rams and golf and up. It doesn't matter. The point is, 18, that was the year in the AFC Championship game where old boy was offsides.
Mm-hmm.
Who am I thinking of?
Man,
Chiefs.
Yeah. It wasn't Jones, was it?
No, it doesn't matter. Point. I don't want to lose that. My point is, people get up in arms today because Lamar Jackson wasn't unanimous. We don't remember who won the damn MVP last year. Like, history will look back and show Lamar Jackson as a two-time NFL MVP. And he's not even 30 years old. Like, there might be more to come. Great. Like, the one guy that voted for Josh Allen, whatever. Do you know what Lamar Jackson really wants? He wants to win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Like, that's really what the guy wants. So, anyway, Christian McCaffrey won Offensive Player of the Year. Myles Garrett, Defensive Player of the Year. Kevin Stefanski, Coach of the Year. I was surprised Joe Flacco won Comeback Player of the Year. He deserves it, but DeMar Hamlin literally died on the field and was brought back to life and then played football again. Like, I mean, by default, the man died on the field. Like, medically died on the field and was brought back to life. That's insane. So, but congrats to Joe Flacco. Great season, awesome story. In any other year, I totally get it. And the Texans swept Offensive and Defensive Rookie of the Year with C.J. Stroud, Will Anderson. Remember, the Saints did that with Kamara and Lattimore back in 2017. So, in any event. Oh, the Jets did it in 2022 as well with Sauce Gardner and Garrett Wilson. Yeah. So, it's happened a couple times in the past. Anyway, all right, it's after further review. Congrats to all the award winners. But really, what everybody wants is to win games and win championships. All right, Theriot next. Speaking of winning games, LSU baseball likely going to do a lot of that. We got a lot of LSU baseball to talk about with Theriot coming up. We're glad you're hanging out with us here. Muse, Paulie, and I for a couple more hours. Theriot jumps in. The Right Radio Hours are next, coming up right after SportsCenter.
AFR.
Brought to you by the Williamson Eye Center. Call 924-2020. Do it right now. Call 924-2020. That's 924-2020. If you'd rather go online, you can do that as well. WilliamsonEye.com. That's WilliamsonEye.com for the Williamson Eye Center. Tell you every single day, no matter your age or your refractive issue, if you want to live life without contacts or glasses, the Williamson Eye Center can make it happen. One of the most liberating things I ever got to do. And if you don't wear contacts or glasses, this won't make sense to you. But if you do wear contacts or glasses, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I have a drawer in my bathroom that had all of my contact stuff, right? The big bottle of solution, the little mini travel solution, the contact case, the 3 extra contact cases for when you travel are the ones that you get that come with the pack when you buy the solution that you just stick in the drawer in case, all the extra pair of contact lenses, the glasses you put in at night. I took it all and threw it in the trash. It was so liberating. And the Williamson Eye Center made it happen.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
This is Sports
I'm Kevin Winter. As the coaching carousel turns in college football, Ryan Day, his handpicked successor to be the offensive play caller at Ohio State, was Bill O'Brien. Now it's official. Bill O'Brien is not going to be at Ohio State. He has become the new head coach at Boston College. So that leaves Ohio State needing an offensive coordinator. Ryan Day went back to work. According to ESPN's Pete Thamel, Ryan Day has hired and will hire Chip Kelly, the head coach at UCLA, to leave Los Angeles and become the OC in Columbus. Former Mets general manager Billy Epler has been suspended by Major League Baseball for the entire upcoming season, all by Commissioner Rob Manfred, for misuse of the injured list. The conclusion was that Epler instructed the team to lie about injuries in order to create open roster spots for 2022-2023. Round 2 of the Waste Management Phoenix Open didn't start until round 1 was completed this morning. Nick Taylor tied a course record 11 under 60 this morning. Taylor, however, right now is at 10 under par, tied atop the lead by 2 with Andrew Novak.
Hey, it's your resident Super Bowl champ, Chris Kennedy. Coming on Monday, I'll give you my biggest takeaways from Super Bowl 58. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona. And here we go. Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
That's right.
said Louisiana boy, yeah, they call him the Riot. Born and raised in the swamps, on the fight like a tiger. He going beast mode, baby, he a beast though. What you think he supposed to do? You picture better reload. Get the point.
After further review, the Riot Radio Hour with Matt Moscona and Ryan Theriot, presented by Alpha Customs. Alpha Customs, Prairieville and Lafayette, and online at alphacustoms.net.
How's your week going?
Week was good.
Yeah, good.
I have a good. I'm full of good ideas.
Here comes Theriot. The throw, not in time. Scudero delivers, and the Giants lead 4-3 in the 10th.
The wake pool, although probably full of bacteria, flesh-eating parasites, and the occasional turd, provides endless hours of fun. It's not cool to have a 30A sticker on the back of your grocery go-getter. Big fan of the truck.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Theriot around start. He heads for home. Here's the throw. He is safe. Packers win. Packers win. Go.
Hour 2, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
Love you, Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Me, you so. And Theriot. We're here. Glad you are as well. Get out there, make it a good one. Yo, bruh.
Yo.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Baseball 1 week from today.
Ooh, it's coming, baby.
You excited?
I'm very excited.
Mardi Gras coming up. Monday. Tuesday is Mardi Gras, of course, but this is the big weekend. Endymion, Bacchus, Orpheus. You ready?
I'm ready.
You going to hit it hard?
Yeah, but we got a balcony for Orpheus.
On Monday?
Yep.
Is that the one we talked about?
That's the one we talked about. And the guest list is good. Like it's going to be
how good.
The guest list is good.
Can I go?
I want you to go. Oh man, could you take off for that?
Well, I need to get someone to host the show.
Muse?
And then I'd have to get someone to produce for Muse.
Can Paulie do it?
No, Paulie's got to do that part. He's got to do the video.
You can get somebody to produce.
Probably.
The guest list is good. So here's the deal. We're going to go down at about 2:30-ish probably.
Okay.
Get a good parking spot. Orpheus doesn't roll till later on in the evening. But there's a couple appetizer parades.
Can I ride with you?
Sure. I'm coming back at about 9:30.
Oh, man.
Third round of the soccer playoffs the following day. So, I'm not...
Mardi Gras Day, yeah.
I'm not turning up or anything. I mean, the party will turn up.
Yeah, the place where you're going.
Yeah. The place where I'm going, I heard was really cool from
told you.
And some others. So, we just kind of lucked into this, man. And
I need to hear about the guest list.
Yeah, shout out to Joe Morales. The guest list is good. It's actually being finalized right now it's 120 people.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's strong. It's people from all walks of life.
Okay, I might be in. I might be in. See, when you asked me earlier today, am I coming to the parade on Monday? I thought you were just talking about, are you going to New Iberia, see John's family, go to the parade and sit on? No, I mean,
No, this is a thing.
Work and all that sort of stuff.
This is a real.
I didn't realize y'all were going to Orpheus and you had a balcony on St. Charles and all that.
I didn't understand.
That I'm down with.
When they sent the food list of stuff that you could choose from and all that stuff, and Christina walked in the office and she's like, "Hey, what do you want?" I'm looking at it and I'm like, "Whoa, this is a real thing."
This is a thing.
So there's that.
Okay. All right, we're going to talk more about this.
Yeah, Mardi Gras is good.
And I also need your opinion on what we can do to get Musso at the Box on YouTube over 1,000 subscribers. We're at 693 right now.
Okay.
So we need 307 more.
Oh, we should be.
And we got an hour and 54 minutes. So what if we get there? What should Musso have to do if we get there?
Okay. I mean, do you? Want to talk about
asked him, "Can we shave your head?" Because remember, you shaved my head. That was the thing. I was like, man, we pick up 1,000 subs on YouTube that day. That was that was like a month before COVID. That was like February, beginning of March of 2020 is how long ago that was. It's been like 4 years since we did that. And I said that to Muse, and he was like, no. And they took a shot at me for being bald, and I'm like, it's tired. Lazy too.
So
trying to help you.
You are. So you got the 1,000 subscribers. I mean, it was fun. It was a good, and you totally changed your look that day.
I did.
I mean,
I was ready.
You went scruff, shaved head, tough guy, MMA look, and it's you. It looks great. I saw some pictures of you before that, and I'm like, who is that guy? Like, now you got edge.
You know what was the most interesting
You're welcome.
thing is, no doubt. And I was ready for it.
Yeah.
But
just needed a little push. Just a little.
Well, no, what I needed was an excuse. That was the excuse.
Because Erica
she still hates this.
Really?
She thinks I look angry and mean all the time.
Edge.
Right.
Perfect.
But you know what's so interesting? I told you this. I was on the phone with you one time. I was walking around the CBD in New Orleans. I went down to do my show. And all the panhandlers and stuff, nobody said they wouldn't talk to me.
No.
I had glasses on, big dark shades, shaved head, beard. They didn't ask me for nothing, bro.
They didn't want the smoke. No, I mean, you look tough like that.
Whoever, you look at me, whoever looks at me and goes, "Oh, tough guy."
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the shaved head thing from you. If we could, so he needs 300 more. For every 50 new subscribers, maybe we get to punch him. Somebody gets to punch him in the stomach.
Oh, that's a good idea. We're at 711 right now.
All right. So if he gets every, it's just a punch in the stomach.
No.
I'm not going to hit you, break a rib.
No.
And I'm not going to punch you hard.
I bet he's one of those guys that thinks we should put flags on him in football. Doesn't like the big hits.
Dude, thousands of
I'm
big
just not
deal.
letting somebody punch me in the stomach. That's stupid.
For every 50.
No.
I think people would go for that. On air Muse punch.
I'll Rochambeau you for it. How's your day?
Good. Good. Dixie had surgery today. So I'm sad about it. I'm worried about my
Is she
darling.
okay? Is she out of surgery?
Jonna just sent me a video.
Did it go well?
The surgery was a success.
Good. She's home.
She's home. She just made it home.
Dixie's 11.
Yeah, and she's my best. She's
your favorite?
She's my favorite. Georgia's email is actually Dixie's favorite, Georgia, whatever, and then blah, blah, blah. So everybody loves Dixie. Anyway, so day's good, Dixie's good, week's good. You mentioned it earlier, baseball's coming, and I do this letter every year. This is it's kind of a repeat thing because I think people need to hear what I have to say this time of year. This one's a little bit more specific. It's going to go specifically to the baseball moms out there. Okay?
I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, dear baseball moms.
Here we go.
It's that time of year once again. The countdown to opening pitch at 8 a.m. next Saturday has begun. All the long hours spent grinding it out in that beautiful indoor batting cage, cooled to perfect temperature, with professional instruction and scheduled water breaks every 10 minutes, it's about to pay off.
Speaking of water breaks.
The subscription to launchangle.com you bought for little Gunner this Christmas, coupled with the $450 bat, will all but guarantee he gets to play on Sundays this year and not just in pool play. They do pool play on Saturday, let all the scrubs play.
Got it.
And then Sunday they let the good
Got
kids
it.
play. Keep everybody happy.
Gunner. What was that thing? Launch what?
Launchangle.com?
That's a thing.
I don't know.
Oh.
It should be.
Okay. Little Gunner. Launchangle.com.
The welcoming smell of nacho cheese and old hot dog water, mixed with the butane from your little buddy heater, is sure to make even the most seasoned youth baseball parents shed a tear.
You're going to miss those days. They're going to miss them when they're gone.
What's most exciting about the first tournament of the season is the new crop of umpires ready to take the field. Sure, they may have never played the game before and don't look a day older than 14, but hey, at least they'll be on time because they haven't had a chance to get cussed out by all the overserved parents yet. So that's good. Little Owen's mom spent the last 3 weeks perfecting the walk-up songs and is sure to get the boys fired up for every at-bat.
I have a nephew named Owen. My sister's got twins, Owen and Henry.
Oh, Owen and Henry's mom.
Oh, wait, Lily. Little Owen.
Little Owen's mom has spent the last 3 weeks perfecting the walk-up songs and is
Owen's
sure
too, buddy.
to get the boys fired up for every at-bat. Her generator and speaker combo costs more than her Z71 Suburban. But hey, it's what the boys want. And if they do it at LSU, damn it, then we're going to do it for these 10-year-olds. They deserve it.
Erica's sister's got a Z71 Suburban.
Everybody's mad at me.
And her son plays bass, my nephew. Shout out, E. What up, bro?
Yeah. Sorry, you guys.
That's true. You went to school with her.
No.
You're just hitting home with every view. Did you just write this about my family? Is this letter just about my family? Where's the ball jokes come in? Overserved parents were in there. That's me. Oh, man.
Remember, moms.
Oh, gosh.
They're going to be checking your carts outside for food and drinks, so be sure to hide your liquor at the bottom of your purse. And the free refill cups from last year are the same ones as this year, so maybe bring a couple of those. Heaven forbid the people hosting the event spending time and money to create a great atmosphere for your kid actually turn a profit.
Wow.
Bunch of cheapskates.
Cheapskates. Open your wallet, cheapskates.
And don't get too concerned if little Cruz doesn't get to play shortstop. We all know the coach's kid will get the first chance. The problem is, there's 7 coaches in the dugout. So we might have to wait a few weeks.
I know a Cruz, too. Shout out Cruz Capdeville. Great kid. Great family.
If all goes the way that Coach Buttermaker has planned, the championship game will be Sunday night at 10:30.
Can you do this every week, please?
There's no time limit in the finals, so be prepared for a long one. Slade's dad, Dr. Cockburn, will have excuses for everyone's boys. They can check into school late Monday morning. Thanks, Dr. Cockburn.
Slade Cockburn.
It's baseball season, ladies. Sacrifices have to be made. And who really needs 4th grade anyway? This is what we've all been waiting for since that loss to the Swamp Donkeys in Orange Beach last summer at the World Series. Let's have a great season, and remember, winning is fun and losing sucks, so it's all about the dub. Oh, and one more thing. Please send a video of your son's double celebration, as we don't want what happened last year to happen again, when Juju and Aiden had the same celebration and it caused some major dugout problems. Sincerely, Ryan.
My sister's other son is Aiden.
Oh, no.
My God,
I'm so sorry. I didn't know any that. Oh, man.
Hey, my kid. It's AFR.
Oh, man.
AFR.
Hey, you know what's going to happen next week at the box?
Baseball.
When old Gunner, the pitcher from VMI, is walking 6 straight and Tommy Tanks is hitting bombs. You know what the coach from VMI is going to do?
What?
He's going to walk out the dugout onto the mound. You know what they call that?
Mound visit.
Every mound visit this year out at the box, presented by Action Industries. Action Industries. When you're out at the box, leave them in, take them out. Whoop, woo. Shout out Big C. Mound visits all season long. Brought to you by Action Industries.
Nice.
I love it, man.
Well played.
Action Industries since 1982, and they are hiring right now. 2 offices. They got the Belrose office, and then they got the Geismar office. Get by the Geismar office, okay? Or you can call 402-0645, 402-0645, 402-0645 for Action Industries.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The importance of doing this fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance jobs, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs, even in the case of an after-hours emergency. The light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
What are you doing for the Super Bowl?
When is it? Monday?
I'll ask you again. What are you doing for the Super Bowl?
Am I going to the parade? I'm going to the parade Monday.
Oh, come on. Super Bowl Sunday. Come on,
Sunday.
man.
Sunday. Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know. Maybe gonna go to Don Juan's.
You want to come hang out? You want to
and-
come hang out? You should for a little while anyway.
Yeah, I should. I could come just pop in.
Just pop in.
Who are you pulling for?
Chiefs.
Yeah.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Cali High. Eric is a huge Swiftie as well. So, I'm kind of hoping if things go well, she might be in a really good mood. You never know. Maybe see what comes of the night. The wind blows the right direction.
You never know, bro.
Could be a good night.
I like that. I like that.
Wouldn't want her to be disappointed.
Is Erica gonna go to Don Juan's?
No, because we'll have Drew.
Okay.
So she'll be at home with Drew.
Yeah, I may pop into Don Juan's and maybe can I smoke a pipe in Don Juan's?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just do that.
Yeah.
Have a drink, cocktail.
Yeah. You've been wanting to get into whiskey. I can teach you. I can show you some good whiskey. Put you on something.
I had some flavored whiskey. I loved it.
Mm.
I know. I knew you would hate that. I know.
Well, no, that's fine. I say spirits are meant to be enjoyed. Find what you like and do that. But what I don't want you to do is think that in drinking flavored whiskey, you're having a whiskey experience. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense.
That's what I want to make sure doesn't happen.
And
I want you to understand that there's a difference in what we're talking about here.
The problem with the flavored whiskey was when I went for the second one, it was too much. Like it was too sugary and flavor, too much flavor.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense.
But I did like the initial flavor was good.
Okay. What was it? Do you know?
Yeah, it was a wild turkey honey. American honey.
Mm.
I mean, I love honey. and I love turkeys, and I love America.
Okay. It's a great combination.
And I like the wild.
Yeah, it's a great combination.
So, yeah. They probably have it at Don Juan.
Probably not, actually. No, I don't think so.
But maybe.
And if you don't like wild turkey honey, you know what you could do?
Ooh.
You kick rocks.
It's time to Kick Rocks with Ryan Theriot.
Kick Rocks.
Presented by Ruckus. Kick Rocks with shoes from Ruckus. Jones Creek Road in Baton Rouge. Or go to ruckus103.com.
Tom Brady can kick rocks. That's a standing kick rocks, but this one's
a perpetual kick rock.
Kick Rocks.
Did you prepare?
Yeah. Okay, you can kick rocks for being a middle midget.
Kick rocks.
Costing your team 4 points.
They can kick a whole bag of rocks for that.
Get on down the road and kick rocks.
I love king cakes. If you've been around me since they started to sell them, you would know that. I could probably count on maybe 2 hands the nights that I haven't had king cake.
Ooh. Remember like a few months back when you had gotten so skinny and I was like, you don't look good. Like you had gotten, I did to you what you did to me in 2015. You're like, you're too skinny.
Yeah, clean it up.
You'd gotten too skinny.
Yeah, and I guess I took that to heart.
You're
king
yo-yoing.
cakes helped,
Sorry.
and I'm back. I mean, I
Sorry.
am back. So king cakes.
I'm back.
I would say a solid 5 pounds, maybe a little bit more for king cake season.
Okay.
And for that they can kick rocks because they taste so good.
I know they do.
There's all kinds of different ones, and I just want to enjoy them. They're not there all year.
Yeah.
And so I feel like I have to eat as much of it as I can while they're available, which is an issue.
I mean, I do have an idea. You could just go get a cinnamon roll, which is the same thing.
It's close.
It's a cinnamon roll.
Yep.
It's a cinnamon roll with icing.
I know. I agree. So that's that. King cakes have made me fat. February baseball can kick rock.
Okay.
Kick rock.
If you're playing baseball and it's below 50, let's say, it's miserable.
Mm-hmm.
It's miserable unless you hit the ball right perfect on the barrel.
Yeah.
It's miserable. It really stings your hands and vibrates your hands. It's miserable if you don't catch it perfect in the pocket when it's cold. I mean, it really, really, really hurts.
Mm-hmm.
And the game itself is pretty much standing around the whole time. And then you might run hard, depending on where you hit the ball, maybe 4 times in 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah.
So you're really just standing there freezing.
Baseball pants aren't exactly like thick, you know.
Man, it's cold, bro.
You ever wear long johns under your baseball pants? Did you really?
When I played in the Midwest League up in Lansing, Michigan, and was it Grand Rapids and Cedar Rapids and South Bend, just freezing.
Dude.
Cold.
South Bend.
Miserable, that place.
That place.
So February baseball can kick rocks. And then last, the New Orleans Pelicans can kick rocks.
Kick rock.
Okay.
Everybody's so excited. Were they 10 games over 500, playing great. And what's going to happen, what's getting ready to happen is 1, 2, maybe 3 guys are going to magically get hurt, and we're going to look up, and the playoffs are going to be close, and they're going to stink again. They're stringing you along. And I'm not buying it. I'm not watching any of the games. I'm not a fan. I'm out. Because I know what's going to happen. You guys can kick rocks for doing that to all these people around here.
You done?
I'm done.
Brought to you by Shawbills Tire and Auto Service. Brought to you by
Shawbills
Tire and Auto Service. ShawbillsTire.com. With 18 locations, you can find the location nearest you at ShawbillsTire.com, ShawbillsTire.com. Hey, look, tomorrow is the last day. Tomorrow's the last day.
Last day for what?
$180 off a set of 4 new Bridgestone tires, $170 off a set of 4 new Firestone tires. Plus, use your Shawbills credit card. Spend $500 on the Shawbills credit card. They'll give you an additional $30 mail-in rebate. The ones I just mentioned are instant rebates. They find a way to get you the best tires on the road at the cheapest price possible.
That's cheap.
That's really cheap.
It really is.
Think about what I just said.
Yeah.
Get the best tires on the road at wholesale prices. That's Shaw Bills. And they treat you like family. They're awesome.
Mm-hmm.
You used to go to Shaw Bills on Burbank like every day.
I still go quite a bit. I actually went over there the other day because I had a nail in my trailer tire, of all things. They fixed that for me.
They're the best.
Trailer tire.
They're the best. Shaw Bills Tire and Auto Service. ShawBillsTire.com. Shaw Bills. We keep you rolling. LSU women won last night. Did you watch it?
Nah, I'm off them.
What? You're off the Pels and you're off the women's basketball team?
Yeah.
Does Kim know?
Yeah. No, she doesn't know yet.
Why are you off them?
I'm just, this whole figuring the thing out and all that. I feel like the offseason was full of too much fanfare, and you're seeing it. You're seeing the results of that, where you're losing to teams you shouldn't lose to. And it's,
They lost one game they shouldn't have
they're
lost.
more worried about clicks than they are winning games.
Be
and
careful.
That's
they
just
get a call from Kim.
Hey, man, listen, this is what it is. That's the game that you got to play now. I understand that, but I don't like it.
I don't know, bro. I think they lost a really emotional game to South Carolina, where you were right there to the final 2 minutes. Angel Reese fouled out. And then you were sulking and you went and lost to Mississippi State, and you shouldn't have. And you know what they've done since? They beat Florida by 40. They beat Vanderbilt by 20.
As they should.
Let's get going.
You got the best players in the country.
Let's get going.
As they should. Yeah,
When are you going to get back on them?
When we get somebody that can bring the ball to the court. That's when I'm going to get back on them. I want Alexis back. I want her back.
Well, that ain't happening. She's with the Harlem Globetrotters now.
I want her back. I want Alexis back. We get Alexis
Can
back.
you imagine if she was on this team?
If Alexis Morse is on this team, it's over.
Yeah, I know.
Over. Somebody that can create off the dribble. I say I'm off them and I hadn't been watching. Okay, I have been watching. You know me better than that.
I know.
And Haley, she can't bring the ball up the court.
She's not a point guard.
I get it. I understand that.
Give her credit.
I know she's
for
trying.
being a senior
I
who
get
scored
it.
20 a game last year.
I know.
Came here and now is
I know.
learning a new position.
I get it.
That's selfless.
I understand that, and thank you, but it's bigger than just one person. For me, I'm about the team, Matt. This is a team thing. We just I'm a little worried. I was hoping Michaela might be able to do it, but she operates off the ball much better.
Sure.
Last year, Poe. Well, she had her chance. She's had some chances.
Okay.
There's a couple games where I think she might have thought she was playing for the other team. But whatever.
It's AFR. We'll continue.
AFR.
Brought to you by Glow Resources, Complete Employer Solutions. Have you been over to their new office, by the way?
No, but I heard about it.
You gotta go. They're on Perkins.
There's like a party all day.
On Perkins at Quail Oak, so it's near Pennington.
Mm-hmm.
They did a gut renovation of that building, and it is a sight to behold. Brought in an interior decorator, and interior designer. They did the whole thing to the nines. It is awesome. You got to check it out. They have reshaped Perkins Road. Even still, one other thing they did? So the power lines on Perkins, they paid to have them buried so they don't have power lines in front of their building right there on Perkins Road. It's incredible.
Big time.
It's awesome.
Can you just go hang out over there?
Probably. Jareth would probably welcome it. He's an awesome dude. Just come on in, have coffee, whatever, hang out.
I want to go.
Glow Resources. They're complete employer solutions. One of the reasons a lot of people do business with them. They're fun, honestly. GLO. GlowResources.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 Black Widow trucks, $20,000 off new Ram 1500 trucks, and all new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is always customer satisfaction.
2 shots of Patron, now I'm on in the ball. Loose as a goose, don't get me started. With a click of thugs when I step out in the ball. Loose as a goose, don't get me started.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Oh, tell people about Alpha Customs.
If you need a lift.
Did you get a new truck?
Yeah, I did. I got a new truck. And I think I'm going to get a new one.
Did you lift it?
Yeah. Duh. Alpha's got you taken care of. Rode by Alpha the other day.
Broadmoor?
Yeah.
Can't take Broadmoor out the pool.
No, you sure can't. Rode by Alpha the other day on Airline, Alpha Customs, Airline Highway in Prairieville, and then also in Lafayette. But it's the lift, it's the tires, it's the wheels, it's the truck bed, it's the accessories, it's the window tint, everything that you need to take your vehicle to the next level. Maybe make it a little bit different.
Are
Go check them out at Alpha Customs. They sure are. AlphaCustoms.net.
What's that web address?
It's AlphaCustoms.net.
Did you see the Derek Carr float?
I did. I saw.
So there's a float in the crew of Chaos, and they have Derek. So this is a satirical carnival crew that is known for taking aim at celebrities, politicians, whatever. And sometimes it can be really raunchy. They've done raunchy stuff in the past that's, drawn the ire of people. Well, this is, they did a Derek Carr float, and they called him the Red Zone Zombie. And so it's a picture of Derek Carr. Can you go full screen on this, Paulie? There's Derek Carr, he's got a bone sticking out of his right arm. He's missing half of his left arm. He's got a zombie-like face. I'm sure you've seen it, but if you haven't seen it, just describing it there. I am not responsible for this float. I just want to put that out there. I've seen too much of this on social media. I didn't do it. I'm not the one that was responsible for the Derek Carr float, okay? I called him the Emperor of Empty Yards. Yes. Stand up. Oh, sorry. The Emperor will behead you. Better show some respect to the Emperor.
Sit back down.
Yeah, you can sit back down. But whenever we talk about the Emperor of Empty Yards, stand at attention. You show some respect. You put some respect on his name. But too many people thought I was responsible for that float, and that's not the case. Well, Derek Carr himself did go on Twitter, and good to know that Derek has a little bit of a sense of humor here because he he replied to that tweet from Matthew Paris, and said, "Can't lie, this depicts exactly what I felt like the first half of the season, so I understand." You know,
Well
I
played.
thought, yeah, I mean, I guess so, but then you know what he did? Like, he put the laughing emojis in there to make you think he's joking, but honestly, what he's doing, he's...
Transfer blame.
Yeah. It's like,
Mhm.
oh, I was hurt.
Mhm. Yeah.
So I understand. That's how it felt.
Yeah.
Trying to remind everybody that he was hurt. Okay.
It's the American pastime. The transfer of blame. TOB. Just
I got an
ask
idea. Then don't
Skip
play.
Berman.
If you're hurt, don't play. If you stink and you can't move the offense as a result, then don't go play hurt.
That's true. I don't like the float.
Why
I don't
not?
like that. I don't like that.
Why not?
I don't know.
Why not?
I mean, he's giving it his all.
He's a public figure. He's getting $100 million guaranteed. You're the quarterback of an NFL team. Like, you're going to be the subject of people's ire at times. I don't need to explain that to you.
No, I know. You don't. I
mean,
don't like it.
He chose to live a public life. He chose a job, a profession that puts him in the spotlight and opens him up to equal parts to praise and to criticism. So if you're gonna bathe in the praise when it's showering upon you, then you can't avoid the criticism when it's warranted as well. This is part of it.
No.
I wish they'd make a float out of me. I don't care what they do. I mean, you can put me as a zombie, whatever. I don't care. Make me a float. That'd be awesome. Put that on Twitter, please.
You know what? I want to float too.
What do you want your float to be?
I don't know. I'd be a zombie.
All of a sudden now I want to float. Now you want to float?
I would love
Just
a
a
float.
minute ago you were saying you didn't like the float. But now you want to float?
I think I do, and I want to ride on it.
You want to ride on your own float?
Mm-hmm. Making fun of me.
That'd be a really good idea.
He should have done that. That would have just totally messed
Yes,
everybody
I agree
up.
with you. That'd have been great. Instead, what he did serves the opposite purpose. Yeah. Well, look, that's how I felt. Like I was playing hurt with my arm sticking out and all that stuff.
What do you want me to
laughing
do?
emoji. Laughing emoji.
I was broke.
Laughing emoji.
Laughing emoji.
This comes at a time where something called... So whenever it's Super Bowl week, we get flooded. Like basically, if you have a media email address, all the people that like try to send you their stuff to talk about spam you. And especially like with me being program director, I get a lot of that as well. Like people spamming, hey, show idea, topic idea, book, guest idea. I get that. Like I get literally dozens. Yeah, just like a peek behind the curtain. It's not a me thing. It's a profession thing that happens. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, I get spammed over and over again. Sometimes things come into the inbox which are interesting, but right now it's a lot of Super Bowl stuff. The Taylor Swift impact, the economy, betting numbers, just all this sort of stuff. Well, I got this one today, and it was a ranking of the most and least successful head coaches in the NFL. Okay. And it's by the metric came up by csgoluck.com is the website. And so they put together this metric, and the methodology uses years active, games coached, win percentage, number of years in the playoffs game coached, playoff games won, playoff game winning percentage, average division finish, number of Super Bowl wins, number of conference championships. Okay, so they're ranking all the coaches in the NFL from this past season based on all they score in each criteria. They index 1 to 10. 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. They give you the 10 methodology, then so far. Okay. So the number one coach in the NFL from this past season was Bill Belichick. Now, I know the Patriots weren't very good, but keep in mind this is in totality this is them as a coach in their career. So Belichick, Andy Reid 2, Sean McVay 3.
Oh.
He's won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Kyle Shanahan 4. Pete Carroll 5. Won a Super Bowl, been to another. Zach Taylor 6. How about that? Cincinnati Bengals.
Yeah, he's had some success.
John Harbaugh, Sean Payton 8, Mike Tomlin 9, Doug Peterson 10. There's your top 10.
Okay.
Where do you think we find Dennis Allen?
How many teams are there?
32.
He's the last.
Whoop. Gosh, dog it. That's what I get for trying to.
Try to be cute.
There it is. Hang on. Pulling it back up. I hit a button. Instead of just scrolling, I tried to hit a button and then went back. All right, so there's your top 10. 11, Kevin Stefanski. Mike McCarthy.
Yeah, good.
Nick Sirianni. Brian Daboll, Matt LaFleur, Sean McDermott. God dog it. Hate the stupid machine sometimes. Dennis Allen was last.
Last. Dead last.
Try to set things up in the stupid machine and cooperate. Wouldn't you think down button you'd scroll? No, it hit you down button to the next email is what it did.
No, down, yeah.
Son of a bugger. Just so you know I'm not lying, here it is.
He was last. Not surprising.
Worst coach in the NFL, Dennis Allen.
Oh, yeah.
Mike McDaniel from the bottom to the top. Dennis Allen worst, Mike McDaniel, Jonathan Gannon, Matt Eberflus, Todd Bowles, Arthur Smith, Dan Campbell, Robert Saleh, Kevin O'Connell, D'Amico Ryans. Mostly because they just don't have a lot of skins on the wall.
I've never heard of Jonathan Gannon. I don't even know who that is.
Coach of the Cardinals.
He coached or he is the coach?
He is the head coach of the Cardinals, yeah. All right. It's after further review. We got a break, and then what we're going to do is Ask Ryan, where people ask you questions.
Yeah.
So if you want to ask Theriot anything about anything, you can fire away. And then after the top of the hour, we're going to get back into our LSU baseball preview series. We missed you last week because you were gone. The Flying Squirrels had a playoff game. Heard they dominated.
Yep, Flying Squirrels had a playoff game, and we had a baseball game. It was a busy Friday.
Day. Yeah, busy day. So we missed you last week. So 2 weeks ago when you were here, we did pitching preview, starting pitching preview. Today, I want to do infield, outfield.
Okay.
So we'll do that coming up in the 5 o'clock hour. So we'll knock out a quick break, come back. We'll do Ask Ryan. So if you've got a question for Theriot, ask anything about anything, fire away. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by River City's 1 Hour Air, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime. 752-0001, 752-0001, or 1hourbr.com. Tell you every day about our friends at River City's 1 Hour Air, and I love telling you about them because I know one thing that is unequivocally true. When you call River City's 1 Hour Air and they come to your house, they will do exceptional work at a fair price, and you will be thrilled with the way that they treat you. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. There's a reason they have more than double the amount of 5-star Google reviews of the next closest competitor. John Richardson sent this one. The technician arrived early, phone call prior to arrival. They quickly and officially found and correct all the issues, restored the heating in my house during the cold weather. Thank you very much. Another 5-star review for River City's 1 Hour Air, and yours could be next. If you got an issue with your AC or your heater, call the best. Call the friends in the big yellow vans and trucks with a giant clock on the side. It's River City's 1 Hour Air. 752-0001, where they're always on time or you don't pay a dime.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
Was a humid day, barefoot children play, looking for that summer shade. Time just slips away. Oh, Louisiana, some kind of hold on me. Like cypress stumps, your roots are planted deep inside of me.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206 9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
All right, rolling along here, Riot Radio Hours, Friday edition of AFR. Reminder, T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan Cigar Bar for the Super Bowl.
sucker for it. Parade, just the big parades are good. Actually, no. I like the smaller parades. They throw more stuff.
AFR.
Brought to you by Michelli Weighing and Measurement. Michelli.com. Oh, we're going to get to our LSU baseball previews right after SportsCenter, but I get to tell you about Michelli. Go to Michelli.com. You want a list of all their services? So many people know Michelli. I got a text yesterday into the show. Someone in Alabama was at some facility, giant measurement scales, whatever, and there was a Michelli truck there. Of course, they're in 11 different states from coast to coast. So, they're our nation's largest distributor of scales, all different kinds of scales. So people know Michelli for scales. What you may not know is all of the other things that they do, how they can service and calibrate your precision measurement equipment. So go to Michelli.com. They offer ISO 17025 accreditation. If you want to see their calibration, their scale and equipment repair, scale installation, their weighing systems, preventative maintenance, it's all there. Michelli.com.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
This is Sports. I'm Kevin Winter, the Waste Management Phoenix Open, TPC Scottsdale, the stadium course, Scottsdale, Arizona. They're in the second round. Andrew Novak, Nick Taylor each at 11 under par. Taylor actually ended round 1 this morning at 11 under par. That ties the course record previously done by Phil Mickelson, or last done by Mickelson back in 2013. Novak and Taylor, 10 under par. Maverick McNeely at 8 under, along with Sam Burns and one other golfer. Coverage continues right now on ESPN+. In the world of college football, Bill O'Brien was once going to go to Ohio State as their offensive coordinator. Today he's been hired at Boston College as BC's new head football coach. So what is Ohio State going to do at OC? According to ESPN's Pete Thamel, Chip Kelly expected to leave Los Angeles and head to Columbus to become Ryan Day's offensive coordinator. Billy Epler of the New York Mets, former GM for the Mets, suspended all the way through next season by Commissioner Rob Manfred for misuse of the injured list. The conclusion was Epler instructed the team to lie about injuries in order to create roster spots in 2022 and 2023.
ESPN Radio is presented by Progressive Commercial Insurance. It flexes to fit your business's needs. From quick repairs to adjustable coverages and even payment options, Progressive Commercial makes it easy to get what you need. Quote today in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com.
Matt Moscona.
I'm very important.
After further review.
Say it one more time.
After further review with Matt Moscona.
And here we go.
Live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge Studios.
That's right. You can't handle the
Riot Radio Hour.
Let's do that again. Guess who's back? Back again.
Lisa, I want some more.
The Riot Radio Hour.
Well, let's start the insanity. Giddy up.
Hour 3, off we go. Welcome aboard. Glad you're with us. AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. I'm Matt.
This is Jack O'Neill, and I hate Matt.
Paul O'Neill.
They're chanting Paul O'Neill's name.
Yes, sir. We're here. Glad you are as well. 5 o'clock quitting time. Glad you're driving home with us. You, bruh.
Hey, bruh.
All right, we got an hour to go before the weekend. Are we going to get to 1,000 subs for Muso at the Box? We're at 731. Let me refresh. 775. Muse, we're getting close to Theriot being able to open hand slap you on the butt.
That's actually not going to happen, but I appreciate everybody subscribing up.
That is going to happen.
Gonna
Can't
spank
wait.
him. I'm going to spank that butt.
That's what's going to happen.
Can't wait.
No.
52 minutes away. All we got to do is get 225 more subs. Go to Muso at the Box on YouTube.
Why are y'all lying to these people?
It's going to be such a... Dude, can you imagine the amount of clicks? Like, people will watch that over and
think about all the people that watched You Shave My Head. I mean, you open hand smacking Muso on the bare bum, naked as the day he was born. I mean, that is going to be...
I'm excited for that.
I'm excited for that, too.
I mean, I think it would be a good Kickstarter to your podcast.
It'd be really good.
Use.
Yep, that's what's going to happen.
We've had a pretty good kickstart on it with the YouTube.
To it.
And then you just make it a thing. Like, that's just part of it. Every time
every show starts
with a
Muse
spanking.
getting smacked on the bum.
Somebody spanks him.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. You're full with good ideas today. Look at you.
That's a real
good job. I like your ideas today. I would love some of your ideas on this LSU baseball team.
Okay.
1 week from today, LSU begins their title defense. Jay Johnson met with reporters today. I want to start with a position you played. That's shortstop. Michael Braswell comes in from South Carolina. Jay Johnson had glowing praise for Braswell today.
He's been everything I hoped for and more. In regard to that, and what I mean by it is, as a first-year player, uses his voice on the field really well, and is playing like an experienced player, which is great, and he makes everybody else around him better. He's been very solid defensively, and then offensively just deserves a lot of credit. He's put in a lot of work, and we've changed a lot, and he's adapted to it and is having a lot of success.
Okay, Braswell, give me your thoughts.
So shortstop's a position that, I mean, you have to really, really be good there. You have to have somebody that's experienced. Jay kind of hit the nail on the head. He said it, alluded to it, leadership, first-year guy. It's kind of been vocal, taking the reins. You know, that's important. The thing you worry about from a young player, freshman or a transfer, is they don't have that rapport with their teammates, and it seems like he does. And everybody is enjoying him being there. We knew he could play defense. Jay was very transparent, saying he had to make some changes offensively, and it looks like he has. I'm excited to have him.
So you're going to have a new middle infield, right?
Yep.
So Jordan Thompson and Gavin Dugas, especially Thompson, I mean, he started every game there for that Jay was at LSU.
Yeah.
So you have a new shortstop, and obviously Pearson is going to second base. What's your thought on Pearson moving from the outfield to second base? How does that transition go?
Well, it's the infield's footwork. And second base, the one thing that you have to be able to do at second base is turn the double play. The ground ball hit right at you. I'm not super concerned because the throw is so short. You don't have to be perfect. If you have any arm whatsoever, you can get it over to first base. So it's not the regular ground balls. We saw Gavin come in from left field and play second base last year and do a pretty good job there.
And by the way, played second base after dislocating his shoulder.
Yeah.
And just short-armed everything the whole season because he couldn't throw, right?
Yeah, so it's all about it's all
you're
about
right.
the double play.
I'm just illustrating that's not the problem. But I'm just illustrating your point. Yes, thank you.
You could go down on one knee and catch every ground ball. You could go down on two knees and catch every ground ball and just flip it over to first and be serviceable. So all I'm worried about there is the double play, and can he master that footwork?
How hard or easy is that to do if you've never done it? And I don't know, did he play infield in high school? Muse, do you know? Did Pearson play infield in high school at all?
Not that I know of, no.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's not very difficult.
Okay, good.
Honestly.
Is it easier to field and throw to second or to get to second and turn? Turn the double play.
Get to second and turn the double play. Because fielding and flipping to second base, there's
still timing though, right?
There's a lot of timing there, and then there's 3 or 4 different ways to do it. The last thing you want to do on a double play is yard sail it into the outfield.
Yeah.
That I would say actually turning it would be easier than getting real good at making that throw. But look, that's just something that repetition can fix.
Yeah. Can you play number 6, please? This was Jay Johnson on Pearson avoiding the early struggles offensively this season.
I think it's experience. I think his awareness as a hitter is really good. He'll play a little second and a little outfield today, just as we're making sure we're ready to do whatever we need to do whenever we need to do it. But he's just steady. It's what I love about him. And has a solid understanding of the game. His dad's such a good baseball guy. Their family's such a good baseball family. And he had a lot of experience the year before. And so even though he was struggling, it's one of those, I knew he would probably end up where he ended up last year. And that's just a credit to him. He's got a good heartbeat for this thing.
Let's talk about the corner infielders. That was Jay Johnson earlier on Friday talking about Josh Pearson moving to second base. Jay said Jared Jones is going to basically just plant himself at first base. Mm-hmm. He's going to be a big dude that stands on the base, catches the ball, and clubs homers. It's like when you think about a prototypical first baseman, it's not Trey Morgan, it's this guy. Mm-hmm. You good with the one question everybody's going to have is what do you lose defensively there at first? Because Trey was the best defensive first baseman you ever had. But what's your thought on Jones there at first and transitioning from Trey Morgan?
I think he's going to be fine. I think it's like you said, it's more the traditional first baseman. Look, Trey made some amazing plays, some of the best plays at first base that I have ever seen, and this is collegiately and professionally. But I'll say this too: the guys in the infield a lot of times aren't used to that footwork. They're not ready for what he's doing, and sometimes it can cause some issues. So this may be a little bit more comfortable for these guys throwing the ball across the diamond than it was with Trey.
Yeah.
So to have him there, I think it's great. What I want to see from Jones is more consistently either swinging or not swinging at the breaking ball. So talking from an offensive standpoint, first base will be fine.
Okay. What about Tommy White at third?
I know you had the shoulder thing.
Yeah.
And so I'm kind of interested to see, what that looks like, and if there's a time where maybe he moves over to first base and we see somebody else at third and kind of shuffle some of that stuff around. You never really know what that's going to look like. But Tommy surprised me a ton last year. Most surprising on the slow roller. At third base, you got to be able to handle the bunt, and he did a good job.
Yeah. The maybe the biggest question on the infield is going to be at catcher, because they're likely going to platoon there, where you've got Travinsky back, but he'll probably DH a bunch. Yeah. You've got Brady Neal coming off of injury, and then you've got Milazzo back as well. So what do you think they do, or what do you think they should do there?
Well, you know what you're going to get with Alex. Elite, high-level defensive catcher. But, I don't know. I would argue the best defensive catcher in the country. I think he's in the discussion for sure. And then he swung the bat. I mean, look, hitting, the more you do it, it's a skill. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And he's consistently gotten at bats. He's consistently put together good at bats. And now you're seeing that pay off. That being said, man, last year, the first month of the season, I thought Brady Neal was going to be an all-conference player and a guy that's going to catch every inning of every day when he's here at LSU. So I'm really excited about Neal. I think Milazzo is a great catcher as well. I don't love the platoon setup.
Why not?
I don't know. I just think pitchers, need that comfort. And from an offensive standpoint, man, going in and out of games, you need consistent at bats. But there'll be pitchers that'll like to throw to certain catchers. It'll be interesting to see who gets the bulk of those innings.
The way they did it last year, obviously, was Neal would start, and they'd bring in Milazzo as a defensive replacement late in games. And then there were times where he would start or whatever, and then Neal got hurt, and so then you saw Milazzo-Travinsky, and then it got to the point where Travinsky's bat was so hot, you just couldn't justify not having him in the lineup. Yeah. So I guess the best part of it is, like, you have options. You have a lot of good options here as well. What about Travinsky DHing as opposed to catching?
So, yeah, he's to me, DH first baseman, especially on this team when you have two guys that are really, really good. I'm not saying that as his career continues that he won't put the gear back on, but I would much rather see him DH or first base, depending on what happens with Tommy and his shoulder.
All right. Opening day is a week away from right now, man. They might be wrapping it up, actually, at the box a week from right now. 2 o'clock first pitch. So we'll be on air next week. During the opener. That stinks. Are you going to be here?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you going to the game? Okay. Sounds awesome.
Yeah, come on, bro. You know me better than that.
What?
Like I'm a plan a week ahead.
Oh, that's a great point. I'll find out Friday at 11:58.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing today? I don't know. You can do radio? I don't know. I'm just going to do 4-hour solo. Yeah, we do have a lineup change next week. So Hunt is going to go noon to 2. Leading right up to first pitch out at the box. Hester and T-Bob will be out there as well. So I'll go on at 2. So I'll do 4 hours next Friday. So we'll see you for that. Okay, it's after further review. Let me knock out a quick break. Come back. We'll kick it to the outfield and give you your outfield preview. And then bottom of this hour, we'll do our Super Bowl predictions, Ask Ryan, and we'll get out of here for the weekend. Glad you're here. It's AFR.
AFR.
Speaking of king cakes, you better go get them over at Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. But not just king cakes. You know what else is great about Rouse's? I was in there earlier this week. I went and grabbed lunch. I got the beef and chicken teriyaki bowl.
Oh, those
with fried
bowls
rice.
are good.
So
yeah, the
good.
bowls are good.
So good. Anyway, I noticed they have so many grab-and-go platters, like fried chicken or ribs, sides if you want that, sandwiches, fruit, all these different trays. So if you're going to parades, just go grab one of their or a bunch of their platters, and you'll thrill everybody at the parade route. I mean, it's that easy. Go to Rouse's. Which Rouse's? Doesn't matter. Go to any of them. They got 69 of them from Lake Charles to Orange Beach, Alabama, and points in between. Rouses.com, Rouses.com. And you better believe they got king cakes as well. It's Rouse's, the official supermarket of the New Orleans Saints. Get by Rouse's and get everything you need for Carnival this parade season and this weekend. It's Rouse's. This feels like home.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details.
I don't need no introduction in this. Drive business round the city on buttons in this. Arm hanging, wrist blinging, just stunting in this. Drop the top, block is high, stay bumping in this. Be Andrews, get it right, don't tangle and twist it. Hit the club every night, drunk, drinking and christening. Water man, don't.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Ooh, what is that? What is that?
I don't know the name of them, but I'm going to get them.
Do you want to go tomorrow?
I do.
We're going to get back to the, we'll preview the outfield here in a second. You were at Ruckus?
Yeah, these are...
Is it on the website or on the socials?
This is on social. From Paris with Love, the City of Love pack from Nike SB.
Let me see it again.
And they are awesome.
Let me see it again.
So they have the white, like the cream ones.
Oh, wow.
And
I
then,
do love those.
Then you've got those guys.
Those are dark. Those are nice to wear, especially at night. Ruckus103.com. Ruckus103.com. We're looking at some dunks at Ruckus. They're the best. I like those a lot.
Let's go get a pair tomorrow.
I definitely want those. I'll go tomorrow. I have nothing to do tomorrow. Like for the first time in forever, I have nothing on my calendar tomorrow. I would love to do that. I'm just gonna take Drew to ride elevators, and then you and I can go to Ruckus.
I've got to go to the old house in the morning.
Okay.
And then after that, we can go to Ruckus.
Okay, I'm down.
Buy some shoes.
We'll see you at Ruckus tomorrow. Y'all come hang out with us. Ruckus103.com. RUKUS, Ruckus103.com. They're the best. I really do love going over there. They're so nice. I've told you that. Someone asked me today about another sneaker shop. Last year, whenever I got into sneakers, I went to every shop. And there was one. I won't name the place. There was one place where they were really pretentious, and they made me feel less than. And I felt like Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman, whenever she went into that store and they made her feel bad, and then she went back with the bags full of clothes. She went, big mistake. That's how I felt. Because I was walking in there ready to buy shoes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I get it. I'm a noob, but I'm so excited. I want to buy shoes. Tell me what to buy when it looks good.
And I'm loaded.
And they turned me away.
Low key loaded. I want to spend some of this money. I get it. So last week, Cedric and Marie Harris came to town. They brought Ace. We had some stuff. They had the alumni thing. So Ace came. So I want to buy.
Did you go to the thing at the Bayou Traditions thing at the?
No, I had a Mardi Gras ball, but they went to that.
Okay.
But it was alumni weekend for women's basketball.
Oh yeah, okay.
And so I wanted to bring Ace to go get him some shoes. We went to Ruckus.
Did you?
Blown away.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he's like.
What'd y'all get?
Some green SBs.
Okay.
Green and white SBs, and then some Air Maxes. He said, Uncle Ryan, nobody's gonna have these. I said, you're right. You're right, buddy.
Ruckus103.com. Ruckus103.com. Okay. We got to get to the let's get to the outfield. Starting center. Paxton Kling came in with so much fanfare, man, and he's on everybody's list of draft this or that, whatever, right? Because he's this toolsy guy.
Oh yeah, he is.
explain that if you would. The pros to Paxton Kling.
Oh, man.
Why is he such a
6'2", 203, runs like a deer, got a cannon. I mean, like, show hair, whole deal. Like,
all of it.
Dude, you look at the kid and go, man, this is what they look like. He's got every tool that you want. Understands the game. Baseball is a hard game, especially at the level that the LSU Tigers are playing baseball. And, I think sometimes, kids haven't experienced, that failure or face those types of arms day in and day out. It takes some time. This kid's going to be a superstar. I mean, he just is. He reminds me a little bit of a Mikey Matuk type player.
Interesting.
Mikey was just obviously an unbelievable player, big leaguer and All-American and all that stuff. He's similar, a little bit taller than Mikey, but a lot of comps there from size and speed and power potential. I mean, I think he's going to be a star, man. I really, really do. I think last year he was just a victim of kind of getting off on the wrong foot, and then we had a lot of really good players.
Where would you like for him to hit in the lineup?
Man, I don't know. I'd love for him to hit at the top. I say top, 1, 2 at least now, but I mean, he's got juice in his bat to hit in the middle of the order as well. And look, that's the beauty, I think, of this lineup is you have some new players that you can kind of move around a little bit and see where they fit the best.
I'll save Jake Brown for last because he's the freshman that I think everybody is salivating over, just waiting to see. And we're likely going to see him in right field. Left field, it looks like Mac Bingham, the Arizona transfer, is going to start there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about him? He's a veteran guy, right? I mean, Jay had him at Arizona. What do you know about Bingham?
Just baseball player, a guy that's going to consistently give you good at-bats, not going to make mistakes on the bases, going to play good, solid defense, just played a ton of games, played a ton of meaningful innings. Gavin Dugas-esque, from an offensive standpoint, I think give you a professional at bat every single time, probably a little bit better defensively. But I think he's going to be a great addition. I mean, I really do.
All Pac-12 last year at Arizona. Yeah. I'm looking at his stats. He was, forgive me, he hit 360 last year with 10 homers for Arizona last year. So, I mean, it's like you said, it's a veteran guy, right? It's a glue guy you're bringing in who can hit and probably play left. Jake Brown's the interesting one, right? Out of Sulphur, out of Lake Charles area. And everybody talks about Jake Brown like if he were a pitcher, he might end up being a better pitcher than an outfielder, but that's where he's going to start right now. How much did you get to see him, or did you in high school showcase all that sort of stuff?
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely watched him in high school. He's taken his game to a whole nother level. I mean, he was a good player in high school, don't get me wrong, a really nice player in high school. He's a different player right now.
In what way?
Just physically bigger, stronger, attacking the baseball with a lot more intent when he's swinging the bat. I agree. I liked him as a pitcher. I mean, I thought we were getting to get a guy that was going to be on the mound. But, man, offensively, he seems like he's really bought in to making an impact with the Tigers offensively. The swing is with intent, like he's trying to do damage, which is what you want from a big guy, 6'2", 200-pound freshman who's only going to get bigger. And this guy's going to run the ball out of the yard. We got to replace some homers.
Yeah.
I mean, LSU has to replace some homers when you look at it. From last year and year before last, you're losing a lot of guys that had a lot of big hits and a lot of big homers. I don't want to put that all on his shoulders as a freshman to come in and say, hey, you got to, pick up this slack here. But he definitely has potential to do that.
I'm just looking. Cruz 18, Beloso 16, Morgan 9, Joe Bear 14, Dugas 17, Thompson 11. A lot of guys with double-digit homers that are gone. I mean, you return Bear Jones who had 14, obviously. So, I mean, and Tommy White, who had 24, who led you. But so I don't mean to minimize that in any way. But it feels like we're just looking at a team that's going to be set up differently this year to start. Last year, I think we kind of knew, right? They were going to hit until they figured out the pitching. You had Skeens at the front, but you had to figure everything else out. This feels like it's inverted, right? Like there's so many arms that they're going to it's just going to be like a conveyor belt of elite arms coming at you until they figure out who's going to play where and how the lineup's going to formulate.
I think the question you got to ask yourself is, which one would you rather? We saw Wake Forest last year that had one or two guys that scared me offensively, but that was really it. But they had some arms. I mean, they just kept throwing these arms at you, and they were right there at the end in Omaha. You can win baseball games in multiple different ways. Yes, offensively, I think you're going to be young in a sense to where we were so veteran last year.
Yeah.
I would rather the elite high-level arms than I would the elite high-level hitters, because good pitching beats good hitting, as we all know. And let them figure out offensively. And you can win ball games 3-2, 2-1. That's okay. You still win the game.
I want to ask you about some of the other guys in the outfield in just a second. Let me remind you about Relief Windows, reliefwindows.com. Energy-efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank vinyl siding. Oh, yeah? They do shutters as well. So if you're going to have custom windows done, why not have your custom shutters done at the same place? It's Relief Windows. They measure twice, they install once. But with Relief Windows, I never, ever talk about price. There's a lot of people that want you to go get 5 bids or this or that. No. Do you want the best quality product and the absolute best service? Well, if you do, you get what you pay for.
Exactly, 100%.
And that's Relief Windows. And at Relief Windows, they're going to sell you windows that come with a lifetime transferable warranty. It's insane to think you sell your home 10 years from now, the people that buy it from you have a kid, their kid breaks a window, Relief Windows will replace that window for free.
And you should say that when you try to sell your house. And go look at the showroom, by the way. I was at the showroom, Relief Windows show. Gorgeous, awesome. Man. You just don't see that.
Right there on Airline Highway in Prairieville. Actually, the same people that designed LSU football ops designed the Relief Windows showroom.
I can tell.
It's pretty awesome.
Gorgeous.
Energy-efficient replacement windows, beautiful entry doors, hardy plank vinyl siding, and most of all, the best customer service. They'll never take $1 from you. They will never take $1. No down payment. They will never take $1 until they're done and you're thrilled. That's Relief Windows and reliefwindows.com. Okay, look at the outfielders. Aside from the ones we mentioned there, if you're going from left to right with Mac Bingham, Paxton Kling, Jake Brown, who else are names or players that you think are interesting we should keep an eye on?
Oh, man. So you got an interesting freshman, Derek Mitchell. I'm not exactly sure where he's going to fit in. I do expect him to possibly get some run and get some ABs out there. Ashton Larson, another freshman, is basically an outfield only guy. I mean, look, Jay's brought in a lot of really good players from an outfield standpoint. And listen, we mentioned Paxton Kling in center field, but this is a guy that moved around a little bit last year on the corner outfield spots as well. Mick Paul is another guy, sophomore, that can go out there and play multiple outfield positions. So you definitely got some options.
All right. Tigers, first pitch next Friday, taking on VMI, 2 o'clock out at the box. We have plenty to talk about, of course, as we get closer to it. It's after further review. We're glad you're with us. Our Friday shows are brought to you by Don Juan Cigar Bar. Hour 3 brought to you by T3.
Yeah.
Industrial
Solutions.
T3 Industrial Solutions.
Solution to every problem.
What problems?
It doesn't matter. That's what T3 does. T3 Industrial Solutions. Shout out T3.
What if I got a goiter?
A what?
Goiter.
I don't know what that is.
It's got nothing to do with anything industrial.
Oh.
But you said it's a problem to anything.
Industrial.
T3 Industrial Solutions.
Oh, yeah. Mass material supply. You need some rocks? Got rocks.
Why would I need rocks?
If you're building something.
To kick them.
Yeah, or to kick them. Need some sand? Got that.
Y'all got sand?
Oh, yeah.
And rocks?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of that. Yeah.
What else you got?
Logistics, parking, busing. You name it. T3 Industrial Solutions can do it. T3
What's that web address?
USA.com. T3ISUSA.com. Check them out.
Go, Haley. Let's see. She's so good, bro.
I mean, that was. I didn't think that was good. Maybe I don't know anything about gymnastics.
Haley
she didn't do any of the spins.
It's height.
Oh, because she got up.
Height.
Okay.
Height, distance, power, stuck the landing. It's the best gymnast she's ever had.
Okay.
I'm saying we watch the gym meets at my house Friday night. They started at 5 today.
So she's him.
She's the best gymnast in the history of the program. Yes.
Really? Good for Haley.
By the time the season's done, she's got the record for the most perfect 10s. She'll have the most All-America honors.
What about Mary Lou Retton? Is she better than Mary Lou Retton?
Well, no. Mary Lou Retton was an Olympic gold medalist.
With good hair.
with show hair.
I mean, like
when perms were a thing. By the way, I need to ask you this. Wait, I want to ask you about perms.
Okay.
Because apparently perms are a thing for guys now, for kids now.
I'm not mad at that.
I need to. Oh, we're gonna have this conversation.
Yeah.
And we'll give you our Super Bowl picks when we come back. Don't you move. It's AFR.
AFR.
Brought to you by the Watermark Hotel and the Renaissance Hotel. Okay, so let me take a second and tell you about each. Start downtown with the Watermark. So tomorrow, we've got parades, right? If you're getting downtown for any of the parades, pop on into the Watermark. It's a great opportunity. You've heard me talk about the Watermark. Here's your chance to go experience it. The bar right there in the lobby is gorgeous. It's open in the morning, all day. So you want a Bloody Mary in the morning. You want to go have lunch, you can do it at the Gregory. They've got Milford's on 3rd, which is another restaurant in the Watermark. It's more sandwich deli that you can access from 3rd Street or through the hotel. But either way, if it's the Gregory, if it's Milford's on 3rd, or you're just going to have a cocktail, glass of wine, check out the Watermark if you're going to be downtown this weekend for the parades. And as we always like to tell you about Tallulah inside the Renaissance. You know the Renaissance is right there on Bluebonnet across from the Mall of Louisiana. Yep. Evenings at the Renaissance are back. The next one is coming up on February 23rd, Tapas and Tequila. Evenings at the Renaissance. We'll tell you more.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has $20,000 off new 23 Ram 1500 Black Widow trucks, $20,000 off new Ram 1500 trucks, and all new Bayou Automotive vehicles come with a 1 million mile warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Join MMR and ignite your career today. MMR is the largest electrical and instrumentation contractor in the nation, and they're seeking talented individuals to join their team. For over 3 decades, they've been headquartered right here in Baton Rouge, and they have offices all around the globe.
And MMR offers a tailored path for both professional and personal development, outstanding benefits, and a dynamic culture. So whether you're an intern, a seasoned pro, or you're just starting out, see what MMR can offer you. Apply at mmrgrp.com.
The importance of doing this Fortified program and offering it to people down here is, number one, the only real chance you're going to get to do this is when you put on a new roof or build new. And through companies like HUDCO, who's kind of leading the way in this thing, it's going to offer the customers a huge advantage in the insurance market and the price of their insurance.
You know, we're not looking to make a fortune off fortifying. We're trying to give you a better product than our competitor at the moment. I'm trying to do something that he can. I'm trying to give you something better. So a lot of these insurance shops, you're getting a re-roof, you're only paying your deductible. Let's sit down and talk about the Fortified and let's see what it does to your insurance premium. You're getting a steal.
Yeah.
You're getting a brand new roof and a Fortified certificate for your deductible, essentially. And I think we're rocking and rolling.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local.
St. Bernard, 7 Ward, packing steel objects. Brothers talking trash, cause it's all about $1. Y'all holla, y'all holla, y'all holla. Hey, 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 hey.
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Best answer I can give you is when you're in the mix of things like we are, you don't really look at that. You're so focused in on the next game. I think if you make that your focus, you're probably going to have a problem and get knocked off whatever pedestal people think you're on.
That's Andy Reid. was asked if the Chiefs are the next NFL dynasty. I mean, I think, would you agree you would already consider the Chiefs a dynasty?
Yeah.
4 Super Bowls in 5 years. They've won 2 of them. Even if they lose on Sunday, they will have been to 4 in 5 years, winning 2 of them. If they win, I mean, that's 3 Super Bowls in 5 seasons. That's incredible. I mean, they're already the dynasty of the 2020s. It's an incredible run that they're on. Patrick Mahomes, 6 years as a starter, 6 times in the NFC Championship game. I mean, this is his 4th Super Bowl in 5 years. They are pretty incredible. So it's I'm pulling for the Chiefs mostly because I don't have much of a choice. My wife just sent you and me this text. She just got some earrings in.
Oh yeah.
They are bedazzled earrings with a Kelsey jersey. There they are right there. It's an 87. It's a red jersey with the 87.
She's so dumb.
She just sent us that.
Erica, stop.
I mean, when I tell you she is all in.
She's in.
She is so all in on this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce thing because she's the biggest Swiftie in the world. And so when you think about the people that have started watching, not that she didn't watch football. I mean, football's always on in her house. Football. But, she's so invested now. And she's never invested in the NFL. She loves LSU, went to LSU and everything. But she's so invested in the Chiefs now because of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and the whole thing. It's I got pissed during the championship game because I had money on the Ravens. And so she's in my face, and you don't taunt me. I mean, you just don't do that. And so she's up in my face taunting me or whatever about the game, and I got pissed. I had to snap at her. I'm like, hey,
yeah, back up,
back off now. Mm-hmm. You don't know nothing about nothing when it comes to these teams.
Would she be mad?
I got money on the game.
Would she be mad if she knew I was pulling for the Niners?
Oh yeah.
I really like Christian McCaffrey.
Now I can never, will never cheer for the San Francisco 49ers ever. They were and have been the thorn in the Saints' side forever. I mean, they were in the same division, and it was, when I was younger, it was always the Montana teams, even when the Saints were good in the late 80s, early 90s.
You didn't like Joe Montana?
Well, the Saints, they're in the same division.
No,
Saints would
that.
win 11 games, the Niners would win 12.
I know.
Saints would win 12, Niners would win 13. It's just, you were staring at, it's like LSU right now with Alabama. Even as great as LSU's run has been over 20 years, you're standing there right next to Alabama in your same division, right? Now, the Saints never achieved that level of success, so it's not a what and what, but you understand what I mean. It's just you were in the wrong division during the wrong time.
Yeah.
And so I hate the 49ers. I'll never cheer for the Niners.
You hate them?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, Niners, Falcons, and people who are Saints fans get this.
Yeah.
It's they were a division rival in the same way that the Bucs or the Panthers or the Falcons are now. Yeah.
You like the Brock Purdy story? You don't like that? I mean,
the hell with Brock Purdy.
And last pick of the draft.
Great,
look
good
what this
for
guy's
him.
done.
Good for him, great.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was a 6th-round pick, and Tony Romo was undrafted. I don't care. Just
you don't like
he's a good football player. I think his value is dramatically overrated. I watched Jimmy Garoppolo get this team to a Super Bowl. Give me a break. Kyle Shanahan's a great coach. They got the most talented roster in the NFL. I'm not saying that Purdy hasn't been a good player. He has. But if you're trying to argue that he's somehow the reason, get out of here.
No, I'm not saying he's the reason. He's a good player.
Good player. He's a good player.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Samuel?
give me some NFL music there.
You don't like Debo?
I'm sorry?
Debo?
Debo Samuel? Great player.
Yeah.
Went to South Carolina. But I hate the 49ers. I would never cheer for the 49ers. And I have a little, soft spot in my heart for the Chiefs. In the 90s, early 90s, if I had to pick an AFC team, I like the Chiefs. Neil Smith was from New Orleans.
Christian Okoye,
Neil, the Nigerian Nightmare. Neil Smith was from New Orleans, and his family lived by my grandfather. And so I kind of felt like I had a little connection there. Derek Thomas was a beast.
Oh, yeah.
And then Montana left the Niners, went to the Chiefs, and was like, oh, look, I can actually watch Joe Montana and watch his greatness without hating him. And he got into an AFC Championship game in 1993. I mean, they were on the doorstep of the Super Bowl. So, yeah.
You're a Chiefs fan.
When I was young, I would not say I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm indifferent. But then also Clyde's with Kansas City now, so Catholic High guy, shout out. You would love to see him get another one. So, yeah, there's a lot of reasons I'm pulling for the Chiefs. And I just think Patrick Mahomes is the best football player in the world, and they've been on this stage before, so I think they're going to win the game. Who you got?
I think when it's all said and done, in 10 years, Patrick Mahomes is going to be the greatest quarterback to ever have played the sport of football. Is what I think.
He would have to surpass Brady.
Yeah, I think he will.
So he'd have to get to 8 Super Bowls. He's got 2 right now. I mean, thinking he's going to get 6 in 10 years.
He can play 10 more years. That'd be 16 years in the league. I mean, he can maybe play more than that. I mean, I don't know.
The biggest thing you got to remember, though, if he does it, he's going to do it without Andy Reid. Because Reid ain't coaching 10 more years.
No.
There's talk about Reid retiring after this game.
Mm.
So that unknown is a little...
Unknown.
I mean, Montana won Super Bowl. Look, Montana won Super Bowl with Walsh and Seifert. Aikman won with Jimmy Johnson and Barry Switzer. So it has happened where guys have won Super Bowls with a different coach. But that's the big, for me, that's the big variable with Mahomes when you think all time. But can we, not go there right now? I mean, he's won 2. What if he loses on Sunday?
That's okay.
Then he's 2-2 in his 4 Super Bowls.
But every year he's been to the league, he's been in the championship before. So I just think that's impressive.
And that was the same thing with Brady.
Yeah.
And then Brady went 10 years without winning another one.
Yeah.
When they won in 2004, he didn't win another one until 2014. He lost 2 of them, both to the Giants, and didn't win another one until they got back and against the Seahawks when Carroll threw the ball from the 1-yard line and threw the pick.
So I think you have at least 3, maybe 4 Hall of Fame players on that team. Was it Chris Jones and then Kelsey?
Yeah, for sure.
But I think the Niners are going to win. I think Christian McCaffrey's the X factor. I think Deebo Samuel is going to show out. I think Purdy's just going to hand the ball off and throw short passes, and those athletes are going to make plays. Give me the 49ers.
Chiefs defense is too good, man. Muse, Paulie?
Chiefs, I'm not going against Mahomes as an underdog anymore. The Niners should have lost twice already, and they're in this game.
Yeah.
They fall behind in this one. They're not coming back. So they better play their best game of the year if they want to beat Kansas City, and I don't think they're going to.
That kind of is the point, right? They got behind to Green Bay and to Detroit, and they were able to rally. If you get behind to Patrick Mahomes, do you think he's going to go in the deep freeze in the fourth quarter of the Super Bowl?
Don't.
I mean, I think their path to winning is get the lead and hang on for dear life.
I agree.
Paulie, who do you like?
I do think the edge goes to the Chiefs for their experience, but I'm kind of with Theriot. I think from top to bottom, I think 49ers have the better roster. I do think Christian McCaffrey has a big game. I'm going to go with the 49ers.
All right, go Niners. I mean, line's 2, and Chiefs are very public.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons that kind of gives me a little reason for pause.
I agree. Stinky line.
Yeah. You would think Mahomes, all that stuff. But I agree. I think the Niners 1-53 are a better roster. But I also watch them get down by 17 at home to Detroit. Give me a break, man. Anyway. Give me Kansas City. Thank you. Do you think Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor after the game?
Oh, God, I hope not.
Why not? Why not?
If they lose?
If they win.
Oh, if they win.
Yeah.
I'd like him to do it if they lose. I don't want him to do it if they win and take away from the victory and the team.
How would that take away from the victory?
Because all the report. Oh, come on! Every camera would be on him on one knee proposing. Nobody would be on the team. That's why. Don't make it about you, Travis Kelce.
It's a giant moment. Why not?
For him, not for the rest of the players.
What about when we talk about the Boise State guy? Remember the Boise State running back proposed on the field?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Who was Correa?
Who?
Correa with the Astros when they won it in 2017 proposed to his girlfriend on the field. Remember,
girlfriend.
Mama Bragg was right there.
He didn't propose to Taylor Swift.
So?
Every camera in the place would be.
cares?
If he drops down on one knee, it's taking everything away from the rest of that team and putting the spotlight on them, and that's selfish.
It doesn't matter who you're proposing to. You're still taking away from the team accomplishment and put it on you.
Oh, my gosh. If his girlfriend wasn't Taylor Swift, they wouldn't be doing that.
Stop it. We're brought to you by South Point Volkswagen, southpointvw.com. New and certified pre-owned in Baton Rouge and online at southpointvw.com. Get by and test drive one this weekend. She's so ridiculous.
She is,
Erica is texting me and Ryan right now.
She's in.
Patrick Mahomes gifts. Mahomes and Kelsey. She doesn't even know anything about anything.
She got it. Oh, yeah. She knows enough to have the earrings on her ear.
God. Go to South Point Volkswagen and buy a car. They're the best. SouthPointVW.com. South Point Volkswagen, what's your direction? All right, we're going to wrap up with Ask Ryan next. Get your questions in. You can ask Theriot anything about anything. All right, wait, let me refresh Muso at the box real quick. 810 subs. All right, we need 190. We have 10 minutes. We need 190 subs for Muso at the box.
Tell them what they got to do.
Go to YouTube, type in Muso at the box, hit the subscribe button.
Do you not have to pay anything?
No.
And the bell. Hit the bell.
We need 100 and hey,
I didn't do the bell.
We need 190 subs, and we got 9 minutes to do it before we get out of here. If we get there, Theriot gets to open hand slap Muso on the bare bottom. We'll video it. We'll put it on YouTube.
No, he doesn't.
It's after further review.
AFR.
Ask Ryan is next. We're brought to you by Clegg's Nursery. 4 locations in the greater Baton Rouge area. Seagan near Airline, LA 16 in Denham, Mid-City on Donmore, and the Garden Center on Greenwell Springs. Y'all been lately?
No, have not been, but
Okay.
I need to go.
It's about time.
Yeah, it's
I
about
don't know,
that
the
time.
Terrios or Clegg's regulars, and
I know.
especially that's where y'all live now. You're right by the Seagan location as well. John Theriot needs to get over there. Have you seen the flowers? Look at this. The tropical hibiscus, which is now in stock
God.
at all locations. Look at that. It's beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Whenever they get new plants or flowers or shipments of things in, they're so good about posting on their Facebook page what's come in that day. They've got Peggy Martin roses. They've got tons of rose bushes. If you want rose bushes for this spring to be blooming, they got to go in the ground now. So get by Clegg's Nursery. Get by any of the 4 locations. Fruit trees, citrus trees. It's a great opportunity to get by. So buy local, shop local, and tell them Matt sent you in to Clegg's Nursery.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
BRAC teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. BRAC, your #1 park system in the nation.
Yo, Jake here from my friends over at Community Steel Company located in Gonzales, Louisiana. The local place you can turn to for all of your metal building needs. Notice I said local, not Houston, not Dallas, not Atlanta, but right here in Gonzales. Visit them at their brand new state-of-the-art website at communitysteelco.com or pick up the phone and give them a call today to answer all of your questions on your metal buildings, roofing and sheet metal, and any other steel needs you or your business need at 225-647-2020.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. and we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is
After further review with Matt Moscona, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar.
Down the stretch we come, final segment here on a Friday edition of AFR, presented by Don Juan Cigar Bar. We are going to get to Ask Ryan. Another reminder, Super Bowl Sunday, T-Bob and I will be at Don Juan Cigar Bar. If you need a place to watch the game, come hang out with us. We'll be doing a Whiskey and Wine companion show, so we'll be doing the show during industrial construction sector. offering a wide range of construction materials and site work solutions that encompass every aspect of your project development.
All of them.
That's a lot of words. I don't know what any of that means. But if you need any of that stuff, call Theriot,
Yeah.
T3.
Mm-hmm.
What's the T3 mean?
Trent, Theriot, and Tilly.
3 T's. I like it.
How about that?
Okay. Let's go, Chiefs. Use Paulie. See ya.
AFR.
Let me remind you about Lee Michaels. Y'all, next week is Valentine's Day. Have you gotten John anything?
Not
Do y'all
yet.
do Valentine's gifts?
We do.
Erica loves Valentine's. I
Erica
think she
loves
wants
every holiday.
You're right. She wants Valentine's to be like Christmas. Like you just had Christmas, and then our anniversary, and then Valentine's, and then it's going to be Easter, and it's going to be like, hey, it's Christmas again. No, it's not.
It's Easter.
But it's kind of how we treat it. Anyway,
That's fun, though.
but you got to get something good. You might as well go to Lee Michaels. You should go to Lee Michaels. Thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. LMFJ.com. LMFJ.com for Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry, or go to any of the 10 locations. Now, there's 2 in Baton Rouge, Corporate Boulevard in Bocage, and then in the Mall of Louisiana. Remember, New Orleans, Lafayette, Shreveport. When you go to Lee Michaels, you're always going to get a beautiful quality diamond. Every diamond is hand inspected by the family before it goes into the case. It's Lee Michaels Fine Jewelry. Online at lmfj.com. Thrill her with a gift in the red box from Lee Michaels.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Elevate brand visibility, ignite customer engagement with the power of radio and digital advertising combined. Guarantee Digital Media brings the two together as a trusted media partner in Louisiana for nearly a century. Claim your free digital audit at guaranteemedia.com.
There's never been a better time to catch a John Deere deal from the crew of Sunshine. Ask us about our low monthly payment options on our tractor packages and let the good times roll. With equipment strong enough to power one of the world's largest celebrations, we've got your needs covered too. Learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com. Some restrictions apply. See dealer for details. Offer ends April 30th, 2024.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206